Hey guys, we're giving away 10 shirts once we hit our 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. The shirt's right there. James wearing it. You look nice, man.
Thanks, man.
All good.
The link to our YouTube channel will be in the comments below. Go subscribe if you've already subscribed. Tell your mum to subscribe.
Tell your dad.
Tell everyone.
Tell your boss.
Just subscribe.
Not your cheating boss. Did I ruin it? Can we use this one? See you guys soon.
Yeah, it's just like a slab of meat.
Yeah. Hey guys, and welcome back to the DimesCast. Hope everyone is having a great week. I know we are having a great time here already.
Meat gang.
And we are joined here by the wonderful WASTER. How are you, brother?
We got
Hey.
So you had enough time to press that and also eat your meat as well.
He's eating a slab of meat. I don't think we can see that on camera.
Actually, yeah, eating meat is quite mad. Like we really can't. That's
Yeah, it's...
He's literally.
It's falling on his laptop. Oh, no.
Quickly, before we get into things, I think you guys might be wondering where I got this haircut from. Okay, where did I get it from?
I was.
Were you? Were you really? I know a lot of people probably didn't, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Yeah, true.
Barbers & Co. Go check it out. Tingalpa. Just around the corner from the studio. Run by some good mates of ours, so just go check them out. Anything you want to say about them, bro? No?
He's got a mouthful of meat.
That's so funny.
What is Adam doing
He's gonna be
behind
silent
camera,
the whole
really?
All right, back to business. Back to the DimesCast. We're here with WASTER. Brother, we have known you for probably about... Well, I personally known you probably about for like 4 years.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't actually know where we first met.
Me either. I was trying to think about it all day.
Oh, man.
I remember.
Probably just at a random... Oh, probably just at like a random biscuit factory event.
For sure.
I would say.
It's got to be... Yeah, something like that.
Backstage.
Oh,
Wait, Boundary.
Boundary? Might have met me at Boundary. For
yeah.
sure, 100%.
Yeah, I think that's where I met you.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I might have met you through Razzle as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
like maybe like Lost. Oh,
Yeah.
Prince.
Lost.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
You know, like after all these years.
It's just all coming back. All the emotions.
Like so many things I've
Actually,
forgotten.
yeah, Thrince as well.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Since 2015, I've had like a complete memory blank. I have no idea what's happened for like the last
Like still to this
almost
day?
5 years. Yeah. Like people like, do you remember that? I'm like,
Yeah, sure.
I guess, yeah. We'll go with that. It's cool.
Basically, like the story I told just before. You probably.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Man, that's all good. But bro, you are a legend around the Brisbane scene.
Yep.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure to have you here, bro.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, man, what's been happening in your life right now, brother?
I just got back from Europe.
Yes.
I'll probably everyone that's got me on Facebook has seen me talk about that constantly. Yeah, I got back like I think 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Are you asking the question?
Three. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the memories real. Like I lost some brain cells in Croatia. But yeah, went over there, came back. Other than that, just gigs.
Awesome. So, how was because this was your first time overseas?
Correct.
Was it daunting getting on a plane for how long? How you've been on to like that trip?
Yeah, 15 hours to Dubai.
23.
15 to Dubai.
23 for like I flew for 21. I think.
Yeah, the last one I did was like 33 hours in transit or some shit. It was fucked.
I think this was close to
Come back straight in to listen out for my birthday.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I was in bed
like
for 3 days.
I got off the plane. My mate Dan picked me up. We went straight to the studio and did a live stream. So that was cool.
That was sick.
That's dope.
I was very jet lagged, but it was cool.
So how many countries did you hit?
I had a layover in China, which I wouldn't recommend. I was in
Where?
Guangzhou.
In China.
Don't fucking ask. I don't know. Cheap flight.
Yeah.
I was just excited to be like in another country, so I didn't think too much of it, and then flew into Amsterdam for like an hour, 4 hours.
There it is.
There you go.
Let's go through.
Yeah. It was me flying into Amsterdam, and that's this is walking into the studio, and
which studio?
This is a place called Pirate Studios. This was in kind of outside of London, just.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's a big ass hallway, but there's like recording studios. There's you can rent out decks, all sorts of stuff. So we basically recorded a mix.
It looks like just a flat room, but they built little rooms everywhere. That's wow.
Yeah,
sick.
They're like real tiny. It's probably like
that's dope.
quarter of the size of this, and
that's sick.
That's so sick.
So you just went in. That's the first thing that you did when you got off the plane.
That's like 2 hours after getting to London. I think like I dropped my bags off at Dan's place.
Nice.
Oh yeah. There you go. Vibes. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, you got to hit the Tesco.
Oh yeah, that was
You need to.
I was like losing my mind that you can buy alcohol in the in supermarkets, which was
mind blowing.
Crazy.
It is mind blowing the first time you see it when you go overseas.
Like there's alcohol everywhere. Like you can buy them at servos. That I was like, is that a bottle of gin? He's like, yeah.
They look at you weird.
Yeah, he's like waving weird. I'm like, why are you selling that at a servo? He's like, what the fuck is a servo? I'm like,
I'm in another country.
Right. Yeah, I was like, I hadn't clicked.
What do they call it over there?
Like I guess it's like a petrol station?
Fuel station? I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I just kept calling it a servo, and I guess everyone started to pick it up because I said it so often. So,
in New Zealand, don't they call like a convenience store the dairy?
Yeah, something weird like that.
Real weird.
Is the dairy?
Dairy? We're going down to dairy. That does not sound like a New Zealand accent at all. I don't know what I did. Why? I'm so sorry, everyone.
Super racist.
Go back to eating your meat.
Yeah. Get the vegans in here on you.
More meat. But yeah, they call it the dairy, so I thought that was weird.
Do they just serve like dairy products? Or?
No. It's everything.
Why the fuck do you call it a dairy then?
Because that's where you get your...
Go on. Say it. I feel like you got something to say.
Why do you call it a dairy? Please, someone drop a comment and explain it. Cause,
or just DM him directly.
Slide in my DMs.
Straight away. It's always open.
Yeah. Send nudes so I know it's you. Whoever it is.
Just to confirm. When he means whoever.
Yeah.
Anyway, back into the trip, man. What else apart from hitting those studios? Did you get to go sightseeing and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I did like the touristy sort of stuff through London. The main goal to go over was to go to Outlook Festival in Croatia.
Oh.
But I was like, fuck it. I've always wanted to go to London, and yeah, this is in Croatia. This was like on the way. We caught a 5-hour coach down to the festival, and that's like it's a camper van that rolled over. It was next level.
What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So we were like stuck in traffic, but it was super picturesque. It was an absolutely beautiful country. So yeah, that was really, really fun.
Yeah, nice.
Glad I didn't fly that part and took the coach, which was nice.
Yeah, because I think what you got to remember, like, even though flying is super convenient, it's like you just miss a lot of
it.
Yeah. And like,
I mean, like, it wasn't a bad drive. You're on the motorway most of the time, and everything is like super green. Like you drive here in Australia, and everything's like brown. Yeah. Obviously, like we don't get rain like that, as regularly. It's probably like similar to New Zealand from what I've seen.
Yeah.
New Zealand's like really green. Really green. Over here, I came back and I was like, fuck.
It's crazy.
That's what it looks like. Ugh. Yeah. Like, I hadn't seen grass like that before. I was like, that's crazy. So it was really nice.
That's insane.
So yeah, we did that, and the rest of the footage from Croatia is basically just shaky, drunk footage at Outlook. So,
all right, let's get to the grid of everything. We've been talking about all the nice stuff that you did, but tell me, is there some crazy stories or crazy things that you did either in Croatia or any of the journeys?
There's definitely some wasted stories.
I mean, because this is what the people want to hear.
Yeah. So 11 weeks, and this is probably going to be like the first time where we have to edit some shit out. Like,
11 weeks, everyone.
We're changing that now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's a few things I probably can't say.
Of course.
I think like me and so I linked up with my friend Josh. We had an Airbnb in Pula, And we had some friends, they were his friends from NZ, but they were living in Australia all around the place. So we went around theirs, and they were like 3 days in. It was like the first day of the, like it was the opening ceremony to the festival that night. So like, I don't know what the fuck they'd been doing. But it involved like the Godfather, who we believe is like Croatian mafia or some shit. Who knows? Like,
Wait, what?
Yeah. Probably weren't like incriminating. But basically, like, I rocked up to everyone well and truly intoxicated, and like a lot of blood. Like, there was this dude just walking in broken glass. It was fucking weird. And I pulled him up. I was like, "Do you want me to like sweep that up?" Like, I'm at this point like kind of sober. I was like, "Do you want me to tidy it a little bit?" And he's like, "Don't talk about this." I was like, "Okay." Just kept walking through broken glass. I was like, "Fuck, we're in for a ride." So, and like that was like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The opening ceremony was at like 8 o'clock that night, and that was like everything just went downhill from like that point. Like it was loose. It was absolutely amazing. So
yeah. Tell me about the festival itself.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I think like so obviously we have like a opening ceremony night sort of thing. It's in the Pula Amphitheatre, which is a 2,000-year-old Roman amphitheatre in Croatia. And yeah, like it was weird. Like you're walking in, and you know, Australia's a very, very like new country. We don't have like old shit like that. And you're going up, and I was like, just touch it, boys. Like it's 2,000 years old. Like that's insane. So yeah, you turn around, and it's like a full amphitheater where they would have had like chariot races and shit and like gladiator shit, and like Andy C's double dropping shit. We're like, fair play. Like, someone play tour, like, and he did.
Yay!
Big up.
I mean, who else was on that lineup that you were the super eager? Because I know that festival is like,
dude, it's a who's who of like
ridiculous.
Everyone I want to see. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was stacked. Shy FX played at the opening ceremony, and they've got a tune, Original Nutter, which is they've just re-released like the 25-year anniversary sort of like VIP, like remaster sort of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, he had UK Apache come out and perform it live, like, which is insane. Like, it's something I never thought I'd ever see in person, because like he doesn't perform anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, so he came out, and that was like probably one of the, like, that was definitely the highlight of that night. I think his set was by far like my favorite. But
crazy.
Yeah, that opening ceremony, I was like, even if I packed it in there, and like
you would have been done.
That was, yeah, I was like, it was such a cool vibe. Met some friends that like I've had on Facebook for like 8 years. That was like a reoccurring theme. Like people I've just been shit posting with for ages. And like we're rocking up, and I'm like, where are you? I'm like, this is really fucking weird, but cool. So that was dope. Yeah, and then yeah, we got pretty buckwell that night. Got home, got in trouble from the Airbnb owner.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we brought a few people back.
Okay, can you clarify how many is a few?
Like we brought 2, so we were only meant to have 2, so it wasn't like anything like too crazy, but like we were pretty crazy. And I'm still thinking it's my apartment in the valley, so I'm just like, fuck it, like do whatever.
Go ham.
Yeah. So like the Airbnb owner, it's her mum that lives downstairs our apartment. So that's like not good with wooden floors, and we're just like running around and
playing tour and stuff.
Yeah, fully like yeah. And yeah, so we woke up the next morning, and she was like very unhappy. So like this like barker has come upstairs and just been like, what the fuck? And I was like hiding under the covers, and Josh has like gone out to get food and like sneak the people out. And yeah. Not
ideal.
Good. She wasn't happy. She was like, if you want people back, like if you want to hang with people after, like you go to theirs. And we're like, all right, cool. So we kind of just.
You should have like played the old like, I don't know what you. I can't understand.
No, like we're like, oh, it's just like real different in like Australia and NZ and shit. Like we're just like, it's our first time overseas. Like we don't know what we're doing. They were like, okay, and they're like real angry, but like they're kind of like. Yeah, they were right.
Yeah.
They didn't kick us out. I didn't get a bad review or anything, which was cool. So
yeah, sweet.
I'm surprised. But But yeah, like we stayed there, and then from there, like it was just basically 5 days of getting absolutely fucking stitched up by cabbies. Like,
true.
Yeah, that was like, I reckon most of my trip, I think most of the money I spent on my entire trip was just fucking cabs in Croatia. Like,
really?
Yeah, dude. Like, because like most of them, they'll get like a cab license, and they're just like private cabbies that work like Uber, except they just drive around and just flick a light on and pick you up wherever. And like they basically know that's the time to go. They stitch up everyone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those cabbies are wild. Like, they'll offer you drugs and shit, which is crazy. Like, they'll open up the glove box and be like, "What do you want?" And we're like, "Fuck that." Like,
wow.
We're like, what? Super dodgy. So
Corrupted
gotta
cabbies.
hustle, but gotta hustle.
Yeah, I think like that was actually kind of crazy, because I think a big portion of it, was that a lot of these people, they don't make much income outside of tourist season. So it's like 3-4 months where they need to stack money. And that's it.
Yeah.
So, they have like a lot of side hustles and shit, and like they will charge you ridiculous amounts. Everyone that's been there, I think, will have like will be able to back me up on that. It's daylight robbery. But to be fair, I didn't really give a fuck. It was a sick time.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
It's like it's one of those things like with cab drivers. I mean, obviously, is Uber even over there? No, not yet.
Like that's the thing. Like I got stitched up with Uber. Like, so they do have it. It's just not as popular, and they don't make as much as the cabbies. So like, if you have a car, you may as well just get like a cabbie license, which is like pretty cheap, and just go stitch up people. Like it's like easier. Fuck that. Like why would you have like this app that gives you like, it's like, 50 kuna as opposed to like 250 kuna, and you're like, they're just like, empty out your wallet. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with cabbies, especially over in those type of countries. Is like you need to get places. Yeah. So it's like you literally can't get anywhere without them. So it's like
them. It was a bit foolish of me. Like when I booked the Airbnb, I was like, it looks pretty close. I was like, we could probably walk if we were super drunk. I mean, we could have walked from like the amphitheater, and we did, and it was like drunkenly like stumbling around, being like, oh, that's cool. Let's stop and drink a beer on it. We did that, and that took like 40 minutes, and that was alright. But I mean, to get to the actual festival ground, like fuck, that would have taken like 3 days. Like, especially in some of the states we were in. Like, I'm glad I got health insurance. Like, didn't need it, but came close.
So was how long was the drive to actually get to the festival?
Oh, like honestly, it was 15-20 minutes. But
okay.
Think of walking from, like, if you know the Gold Coast well, think of walking from like movie world, what is it, SeaWorld, and then walking all the way to the lighthouse at like the end of the spit.
Oh, I think it's
like walking all that whole way up that long ass road.
Yeah.
So along that, there's like kind of house or like apartments and stuff, and then when you get to the Spit car park, you've got to go through this winding maze to actually get into the festival. I mean, the organization wasn't like probably the best I've seen, like compared to this. I mean, like, when you see like some of the stages and shit, like it's like one of the stages is in a moat, which is amazing. But like it's just like rocks and mud, and you're like the health and safety officers here would have a fucking field day. So it was sick. Like, it was really cool. But
I was gonna say, how can you compare that festival to Australia's festivals? Like, obviously, those type of festivals, they can go to like a whole new level of like totally like nailing themes and stuff like that. Like, as you just said, like there was a stage in a moat. Like, that's pretty crazy.
To a bit of context, like if you don't know much about like our look, so it's based in a 150-year-old naval fort. And one of the stages is obviously in a moat. One's in like the fort itself. It's kind of built in the ruins essentially of this. There's like mainly outdoor, obviously, and there's some kind of semi-indoor sort of stages.
Actually, Adam, do we have any just like, can you look some up on YouTube for us, bro?
If you look up like Fort Punta Cristo, you'll be able to find it, just like Outlook Festival, I guess. But I mean, they didn't, like, if you go to the stages and stuff, like the stage builds themselves are like super minimal. It's never been about like, okay, so I've never been to Splendor, but I see like some of the stages there, like, like we go through the washing machine and shit, and that is super cool, like really, really fun. Yeah. Looks like a vibe. Well, I haven't been, but this is mainly based on sound system culture. So good sound systems, good music. It's a different thing. I couldn't really probably compare it. I think it would be closer to Splendor, maybe.
Okay,
like, like it's apples and pears, but
Yeah.
it'd be different to like a Stereosonic or something like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
So like in terms of like production, were there like heaps of lights, like visual screens?
Nah, like
so it's just
fuck all, man. Like
that's really cool though. Like,
yeah, I mean, like there were bits and pieces. Yeah, so that's the that's the amphitheater.
That's unreal.
That is unreal, man.
You turn around and like I've got some GoPro footage and the lights kind of flicked on and you just see
Everyone.
you know, everything line up and there's like however many thousand people there. It was just 2,000 years old, man. It's crazy.
But that's such a vibe.
Yeah.
That's
so I mean,
sick.
like all of the, if you go to like where that beach sort of thing is, that's one of the, that's kind of like the area where it's in. So you're on like the on the sea. It was super nice. I didn't really get to go to the beach party that much. Like I didn't really like. I got there most nights quite late. I didn't really go during the day too much because I was really fucking hungover.
Yeah, of course.
And I was just kind of like hanging around in Pooler and we just kind of treated it as a holiday. Took it like at our own pace, which was really cool. But yeah, that's like the beach stage there.
Oh right.
Like sunset one there. Yeah. That
See,
one.
that's beautiful.
sick.
Is it a festival that runs from like 12 o'clock to 12 o'clock, or does it go into like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.,
The
3
beach
a.m.?
party, like, it runs super late. It opens up. I think they're like, it's probably turned off like for like 3-4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Over the night. But the other stages, like all the main stages open up at 11, I think.
Yeah.
They open up at 11 and goes till about 6 a.m.
Oh,
6 or 7.
That's not standard.
Yeah. And like, you can obviously buy drinks the whole time.
Yeah.
Because we like,
so
we have like the cut off of service and shit. Like over there, you know, I
You
was
keep
actually
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
such thing as cut off.
I think like for me as well, like people would complain. Yeah. So that's that's like the actual fort itself in the middle. And so the stages are scattered through there and on the beach.
What a beautiful
That's
setting,
unreal.
eh?
Absolutely amazing. The fact that they found that and decided to run a festival in it was super cool.
Yeah. Like, do you know, like, if that's like a heritage listed place? Because
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
obviously
dude,
it's not. If you could do that.
It's funny you say that because like we had this conversation a lot. Like the history in these like in Europe, like everything is so much older and like our buildings are, you know, our bigger ones. They might be built in like the 1800s sort of thing, and that's like nothing. But like my friend's house in Charlton is like built in the 1800s, like in London.
Yeah, wow.
And it's like just a normal house sort of thing. So like over here, it would be like you can't do anything. Like fuck off. Like but yeah, like just the absolute history and stuff was insane. Like everywhere you go, I mean, like a 2,000-year-old amphitheater, like that's insane. Like the fact that it's still there, the fact that we're having a fucking
Festival.
rave in it.
That's what I mean. Like, if you would not be able to do anything close to that.
I turned around and like Josh is like climbing up like like some stones and shit. And I was like, "Fuck, man! Like, what are you doing?" Like, but that's the difference as well. Like the security came up and they're like, "Hey, man, you need to like get down there. You can't be up there." Like over here, they'd be like, "Get the fuck out! Call the cops! Ragdoll we're gonna finger you and strip search you!" Like, yeah. I mean, it was very lax. The biggest difference is like probably
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's the moat. I think. Yeah, that's a moat.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's sick.
They basically have these speaker stacks that kind of go the whole way along. I think it is. Yeah.
It looks.
Yeah. So they have speaker stacks that go like every 20-30 meters all the way to the exit.
Oh, so it's just one whole like long.
Yeah, man. Like if something like went pear shaped, it would just be like everyone just peeling out of this like fucking this moat. Like it was crazy, and you've got to navigate the most treacherous steel set of steps I've ever seen in my life. They were fucking booky, man. I like almost fell down them like 8 times.
Was it because it was so like?
No, it was just like these weird like construction steps, man. Like it was fucked. Like it was just like scaffolding essentially, but like like stage steps. Like
dodgy,
fucking dodgy, man. I saw some funny as fuck spills down that. Like yeah, it was good, man. I was one of them. Out of body experience, like falling, tumbling.
You're just laughing.
Yeah. No, it was cool.
So, who was your favorite actor? I mean, you obviously like said it just then.
I mean, I think the opening ceremony was probably Shy FX. Dude, it's super hard to say because I mean, I saw so many people there that I absolutely love. I think the first night we went, like being in the Void stage, everyone that played there was amazing. I hadn't heard of this guy called Day Zero. He's a dubstep producer from Japan. Makes really weird stuff. And his set was super weird. If you played it here, it probably wouldn't have translated easily at all.
Really?
Over there, it was like people were just like, that's weird, sick. Like, it's not like American sort of like wooks and shit that are just like like these people are like, that's cool. Like it's kind of like forward thing. I don't know. It's like, it was a really cool experience. You know, it's something that we try and push here in Brisbane, like, you know, more of the UK sort of sound or that. But it was like, I can't compare it to anything. It's absolutely wild. Like, just
completely different.
I think it's like that's a great thing for Brisbane to like sort of have a little taste of different styles, like every now and again. Like I think we can get so like hung up on like American dubstep and like especially if everyone's like, if you're primarily into dubstep, like I get it, you know.
Yeah, you listen to like more bro steppy sort of shit.
Which is fine.
And this was more back to like the roots and stuff. I mean, I think that's you know what we're trying to fucking do with Safe. So shout out Hannah and the whole Safe crew and
shout out.
You know, basically just doing it because we love the music sort of thing. You know, Hannah's booking some sick artists. We become like a little bit of a family. We're just trying to push the more UK and that sort of like bass heavy sort of stuff rather than the more mid-rangey shit, which I still play. Like I play all sorts of stuff, but I mean, you know, that's more my passion, I think. So
of course,
for sure.
So let's talk about that, man. So how long have you been into music? Like how long have you been DJing for? How long have you been producing for? Tell me where it all started.
It's actually like a really funny story. So I've always been into music, like ever since I was like a kid. My family are, you know, really passionate about it. Like my parents don't like play instruments or anything, but they've always been. I think like I went to like a Dire Straits concert when I was like 4 or 5 or something. I remember having like it was either Dire Straits or something or Deep Purple. I can't remember. I'm mixing them up, but so I've always been around music. You know, really into like I absolutely love 80s stuff. Absolutely love like power ballads, all that sort of shit.
Yeah, nice.
I love like, you know, 80s hair metal. You know, that sort of stuff. Like I absolutely froth. I like my big thing like for a long time was like New York punk in like the 70s and 80s, and like that sort of shit. So really liked hardcore metal, all sorts of stuff. Awesome. I think when I was like probably like 13 or 14, I think I got a drum and bass mix. I bought it. I don't know why. Like I randomly bought this CD. It was like world's heaviest drum and bass or something. It's like it's like super different. Like it was like real old school shit. And I bought it. It was like a 3 CD like continuous mix sort of thing, like a Ministry of Sound sort of.
Oh yeah, of course,
Yeah, so I bought that and it was crazy. And then Pendulum brought out Hold Your Color, and I was like, I'm really into this shit. And like, you know, that was. Well, I hadn't heard anything like it at that time. Well, that type of drum and bass. So I've been following it for like quite a while. Just listen to all sorts of shit. Always have.
Nice.
High school, kind of started to listen to dubstep. I heard Murder Sound by Bar 9.
Oh wow.
Which is like
Bar 9, man.
Yeah. I think they're like, I don't know if they're like still together or they split up or.
I saw this on some sort of forum. Maybe it was the Disciple forum. Someone posted it up. What was it?
I swear I saw that same thing.
Bar 9, piano. What was that piano song?
Piano Tune.
Yeah, Piano Tune. And
what was that song?
Piano Tune. Yeah. What was that piano song? And they posted that song in the actual like group, and like they're like, oh, does anyone know what happened to Bar 9? And I think no one really knew. There was no like defined answer.
Yeah, I think they're like, I don't know. I'll have to look into that because I was trying to have a bit of a lurk. I think I didn't see like their page being super active. I think so. It might be possible. But they could be under something else and we just don't even know. Yeah. But they came to Bicky once. Dude, it was the first ever dubstep show I went to was Bar 9. But this is well before Biscuit Factory. So this is like 2000 and I think 11 or 12.
Oh.
So this was like a few years before.
How old were you then?
I think it was 19. I think. Right. Yeah, so it would have been 2011. One or the other. It's basically how I got into DJing. It's quite funny. Like I went to my cousin's birthday party and like I was just this weird long haired prick in the corner. Like my cousin listens to like trance and shit, and like, you know, I like that music. Like I like all sorts of shit. Maybe not like trancey shit, but like, you know, I used to like Sam Lamore and all sorts of stuff. I've got like a pretty broad sort of taste.
Yeah.
But you know, I've just come across like Bar 9 and all this like UKF shit. Where it's like really like the channel is like starting to like, you know, it was quite in its early days, and yeah, so I obviously like took over the aux cord at the at the party, and it didn't get a particularly good reception.
Yeah.
They were like,
What
the fuck is this? But yeah, there was like two random dudes. So it was Michael and Kyle. They were just like, did you put that on? And I was like, yeah, it was me. And they're like, oh my God, Bar 9's playing tomorrow night. I'm like, I fucking know. I'm super broke. I can't go. I'd never like really been out clubbing in Brisbane. And they were like, bro, we're like driving up. Like, if you want to come with us, like, we'll buy you a ticket. We became like best friends. Like, oh, I love this song. And we're like taking turns trying to hijack shit. And everyone's like, can you fucking turn that?
Oh, I've been there before.
Yeah. Put David Guetta back on. Like, you're like, fuck off, man. So like, yeah, it was sick. And like, I eventually passed out. I think they went home, and I you know, I was like, oh, it was real nice. They're sitting there being like, oh, we'll buy you a ticket and we'll drive you up. And I'm thinking like, sure. I woke up the next morning, kind of like got some water. I was like, that would have been cool, but it's definitely not going to happen. Anyways, my auntie wakes me up. She's like, there's someone at the door for you. And I'm like, is it cops? Like, what? And
don't tell them anything.
I'm gone. And they've just like walked in. And they're like, bro, what the fuck you doing? It's like 2:00. Get dressed. We're gonna drive to Brisbane. I was like, what? Like, they're like, yeah. And they've got this like printed off ticket. And I was like, no fucking way. So yeah, they like bundled me into the car. We drove to like Kyle's place in Mount Tamborine, and met up with Nadeem, I think, and I think someone else. I don't know. There was 5 of us in the car, and Nats drove up. But yeah, like Holty just bought like a pair of like CDJ 200s, and they've got like all these like YouTube rips on CDs, and we're just like sitting there, and like they'd kind of got the general gist down, but I don't think like anyone was that great at mixing. Yeah, you know, it was the early days. So this is like 2010, 11 sort of thing. Of course, yeah. Shit house. And they were like, we'll teach you. And yeah, dude, it was like a fucking train wreck. Like I was, like not much has changed, but
bro, I remember like first touching decks and I had no idea.
Yeah, dude,
it's such a daunting thing.
It is, man.
And especially like, even if like you're not really performing, but you're around like a couple mates.
People,
yeah, like just like don't know how to do it, and you're like, oh, I look like a fucking idiot, man. Like, I just had like mad anxiety about it. I was like, all right, what's this button do? Like it was just, it was so fucking trash. They didn't really completely know how to mix like super well, so they were kind of just teaching me what they'd kind of figured out. Like, they didn't really have anyone to teach them, so they're like figuring it out on the go. So yeah, like we weren't particularly good. We're trying to get like practice in and shit, and then they drove up, and it was the funny story. We drove up, and it was if you guys know, like in Brisbane, Netherworld.
No.
So it's right on the corner, like up from Sub Rosa, Capulet.
Oh yeah.
That one on the corner, like the arcade sort of.
Oh yes, sorry, I know that.
Yeah. So back then it used to be this like fucking shithole called the Step In. The Step In was just like sticky floors, like your feet like got stuck to the carpet and shit. Like upstairs had a room, and like had like a side room. There was like no decks in it. It was just like a room probably this size with a fireplace that didn't work, and there was nothing in there. And like people just hang out in there, getting drunk, dancing to like the system that was like in the roof. Like it's fucking weird. But yeah, we went to that, saw Bar 9. I was like, this is fucking crazy, because it's the first time I've gone to like at this point like a nightclub where people aren't just like dancing and getting drunk. Like I used to work at Shooters when I was like 17, so I was like, I hate this fucking music.
Hold up one sec.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
Gold Coast.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you lived up here the whole time. So what school did you go to?
I went to Benall High.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was like,
I lived in Kingscliff.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like real south.
Yeah, I was real south. Yeah. I think Kane went to TSS.
I went to TSS for like for like a few years, and then
Bro, Kane went there the whole time.
So I was a naughty little boy, and I had to go to public school.
You probably in the same year as him. Like, how old are you if you don't mind me asking?
27.
Yeah, he's the same age.
Edit that out.
Yeah, he's the same age.
Pitch that one out. Yeah.
Just bleep it.
Probably, man. Look, honestly, like I was there for a bit. Like I grew up in Sydney. I moved up when I was, I think, 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I spent most of my time for years up until about 5 years ago. Like 2015 is when I moved to Brisbane. But yeah, that was the thing. So we've gone up, and I'm used to like shitty Gold Coast clubs. I'm like, this is booky. Like everyone just gets drunk. Everyone's like muzzing and
staunching in the corner.
Yeah, and I'm like wearing skinny jeans. I look like I still look exactly the fucking same. Like people that know me back then, if they look at a photo, they're like, the only thing that's different is I don't have a fringe. Like that's only difference.
Is it coming back? The fringe?
Might.
Yeah. Maybe.
50 likes on this post. But yeah, I've walked into this club and I was like, it's like going to like a concert sort of thing, seeing like a hardcore band, like everyone's like hard up against the fucking rail. And there was only like probably like 200 people or something. Like it was quite a small room, but it was fucking packed considering like how rare the shows were then. And everyone's staring at the DJ, and I was like, dude, he's like got these long dreadlocks. I was like, he's a fucking like rock star. I was like, what is a cool dude? I was like, I want to do that one day. I was like, I want to get good at this whole fucking figured out how this shit works on these CDJs, and I want to stand up and do it like at least once.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then and the only time like I got practice in was just fucking around like a pre-drink. So my like learning curve was so fucking slow. Like I've never ever had decks. Like the only decks I have now is like my friend Bryce for my 25th like gave me a set of 1000s, like CDJ 1000s, that he let me, and he was like, happy birthday, keep them. And I was like, I still burn CDs and shit when I mix at home, so like that's the first time I've ever had decks to practice on. So it was
I'll tell you what, I reckon if you can solidly lock down that, USBs are simple. It's just easy as
I mean for a while, like I was on Serato. The guy that like really taught me how to like mix properly, and it was like, this is what you're doing wrong, was Sam Professor. He was like the go-to back then for like, he's an incredibly talented DJ. Like he was so smooth, just like the dude has just such a knack for it. And he taught me heaps with like the actual like proper technique style. And we were on Serato for fucking ages, and like that thing is fucking annoying.
You gotta get rid of it.
I don't understand like Serato if you're gonna use like CDJs. Like it only makes sense if you're using control vinyl. Like there's no fucking way I would use Serato. If you've got 2000s there, like get a USB. Like it's so much easier.
So much easier.
I failed. Jaden used to have like a controller deck. I couldn't do it. Yeah. I literally couldn't do it.
I still like really fucking struggle mixing on controllers. Like I like it's. You rock up to like a house party and someone's like, have a mix. I'm like, fuck, where is everything? Like
that was Emmett, bro.
Oh, man,
you and me are the
terrible,
same.
Man.
Like I still am. Like it takes me so long to get the hang of it. Like unless it's like CDJs, then like I'm comfortable. But like fuck, like difficult.
How weird is that? Hey, like when we're just like, I'm just so comfortable with CDJs when people are like quite the opposite. I'm so comfortable, I just want to do controllers.
I mean, like the controllers are like a good thing. I think we're starting out, but I think as well, even with like Serato and stuff, you don't really like, you kind of get a rough BPM sort of thing. And I catch myself doing it now. Like I pay too much attention to like BPM and don't mix with my ears as much. And then when I get home and I'm mixing on CDs, I'm like, cool. And it's like, it's quite fun. But yeah, I mean, you can do so much with them now as opposed to like the thousands. Like that's,
so much. Basically
like,
mix for you.
Yeah, like, like
BPM count.
Dude, cutting loops, man. Like, and it quantizes shit. Like, if you've got your beat grid set up and you hit a loop and it quantizes, it's fucking amazing. On like thousands, you're like, I've completely fucked this. Like, there's like, I don't know anyone that hasn't like, cut a loop and just set the whole time just jogging it back in, being like,
sometimes I've taken off quantize because you know how like sometimes the cue points like won't link up with the one.
Yeah,
I've had to turn it off because I'm like, I need to try.
Basically, like I don't really I don't really do like a lot of that shit. Like my main thing is like, you know, sort out the subgenres or however I'm gonna sort it, and then I sort like first beat that will be mixable, and then I just basically set 2 memory points, so it's like 16 bars apart. So if, you know,
of course, I
just set the memory points because I never used to do that, and I'd find like, you know, if you run out, you're trying to find a song, you can like quickly skip forward and stuff. And then like that's so fucking handy. But yeah, like that's pretty much all I use. Like I'm not technical. I'm actually like a fucking shit DJ. Like I'm not technical. I'm fucking train wrecking half the shit. But like,
bro, no way. Don't even say that. I remember I saw you. I remember I watched an like you played before. I forget who it was, but it was like a Ram night. I think we were there too. And I walked in and
was it like massive or?
Yeah, must have been.
Was it like TBC or?
It was a TBC.
Yeah.
And bro, I walked in and you were like, oh, Aaron's just about to play. I'm like, oh, sick. I haven't seen Aaron play in ages. And then I forget I was talking to him. I forget what song he dropped, but the whole crowd just like, everyone just started coming in. And I was like, ah.
But that's what I mean. I think like my biggest focus has always been on like picking tunes I like, or that I think people would probably like as well. Like technically, like I'm not a very technical mixer. I see people like Kron and Nexus, like those dudes are the fucking kings of Brisbane. Like they are fucking psychos. Like you watch them in Dex and you're like, what the fuck is like, like what are you doing? Like they're insane.
Like triple dropping everything.
And then some like under the leg. Like, they're wild. And like they absolutely shell it. They always have fucking dope tunes. I'm not particularly like technical the way I mix. Like my thing is just like I like certain music, and like I'm getting a bit like old now, so I'm like, oh, I like this. You gotta fucking listen to this. Fuck you, kids. Like, yeah, but I mean that's sweet. I mean like there's so many talented like, you know, DJs, whether it like, you know, song choice or like technical ability. I'm like, you know, like
nah,
I get beat matching sometimes, like, you know, 5 times out of 20.
I think you know what, I think one of the main things that like attract a lot of people to come and watch you play, it's just like your personality, man. Like you translate that and your energy of yes, it works. No, but like honestly, like your energy behind the decks, like it really translates in the crowd too.
No, it's funny though, because I'm such a little fucking diva. Like if I'm like off it, like I spin myself out so hard. I'm like really harsh like on myself if I cook it. And yeah, for ages I was just really not playing good sets. Like I reckon there was like a 12-month period where I played probably like 2 or 3 sets where I was like, that's ample, and that's about it. So like, yeah, it's so like mood driven for me, which sounds like really fucking weird. So I'll be like a little diva. I'm like, oh fucking this, and like spin myself out, and like just like my fingers turn into fucking butter. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, you've cooked it, and you cooked it again. Like, yeah, and it's weird. But then like lately, like it was funny because when I got back from Europe, so I've obviously been gone for 4 weeks over there, and I think it was like the next Friday after, so it was like 5 weeks. Like since basically the day I got to London, had like that mix there. Like it was 5 weeks of that basically mixing, and I was like, wow. Got to like the day, and I was like, fuck, I gotta like download some music and shit. And we played like the jump up night at the Met, and it was fucking ridiculous. It was the night before listening out, and like I played back to back with Lincoln. Basically,
sorry, brother. Can we just pull that picture up on Instagram, please, Adam? There's a photo of Aaron standing up on the decks
at the Met.
At the Met.
I finally did it.
You did it. You did it.
Have we done it?
Yes.
Huh?
I don't think we've done it.
Well, stand up on the decks.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I don't trust that table.
Dude, it's like the most sturdy table in Brisbane. Like it's
Wait.
Yeah.
I think I've been on there.
You probably have. I probably told you.
I'm pretty sure I've been on top there.
Yeah.
So remember how you said that you want to be that guy that everyone's looking at?
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Everyone's fucking looking at me there.
Pretty good picture.
That is a dope photo though. Like
dope.
the gun finger, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. It was a fucking cool thing. So we came back, and it was like obviously everywhere was absolutely fucking rammed because it was the night before listening out. Yep. Dude, so me and Lincoln, I can't even remember the first time we went back to back. I think it was like a massive. I don't even remember, but basically we mix so well together. Like we really like gel when we play. So, you know, I was meant to, I think, play from 1:30 till 3, and he was meant to play 3 till close, and we were just like, we played 1 till 4:30, like close, like so it was like a 4.5 hour back to back. I think
unreal.
How good?
it was dope. Like I walked out the back and had a piss and a cigarette, and I was like, fuck, I'm still playing. Like, I was like, oh, go down, like Lincoln's shelling it, and like the crowd was insane. Like I remember them opening up the balcony, and I was like, fuck, like
That's when you know it's
it was
a
a
big
local night, man. Like
Yeah.
it was cool, man, and like people stayed there till the last few songs. So
One more song.
Especially especially in the Friday nights at the Met lately, they've been a bit hit and miss. If that balcony's open, we're good.
you're on one, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like Friday nights can be a real tricky, like end of the week sort of thing. Like,
especially before listening out. But it's always so weird, like before festivals break.
Bro, everyone got first night fever, man. It's something I suffer from, man. I was like, fuck it, let's go shell it. First night, and then like, dude, Lincoln played till like 4. Like we played till 4:30, and then like he had to fucking cruise to listen out. Was it listen out? Yeah. He had to go to listen out. I was like, oh, it's gonna be so fucking buckled, man. Like we didn't hold back. Like we were pretty wrecked, but no, it was mad. So every time we play, we have a really, really, really good time. So we're gonna do that a hell of a lot more. So
doesn't that sound familiar, mate?
Yeah.
The 4 hour back to backs.
Do you remember the time when we played like 3 hours
at the Met,
and then I had to drive all the way down the Gold Coast to catch a plane to New Zealand?
Yep. I remember that. Someone pulled out, we were doing close, and someone
we just
pulled
had
out before us, so we went straight after the headliner all the way to close.
And
it was crazy.
Like those were the times when, like, even though if there was like 6 people there, like we would be yelling at the bouncers, being like, "Can't we just go home already?
Just
close it."
I'd play the most outlandish shit, dude, just to get them to go, and they just gravitate
I'm
from
so
somewhere.
guilty of it, man. Like, cause like honestly, you play like some weird shit, and like the bouncer's been like, "We're gonna close this." Like that night, we were just like, "Oh, just one more, dude," and then like we finished, and everyone's like, "Oh, just one more," like, and we're like, "Yeah, fuck it," and played like the first like 16 bars of tour, and we're like, slowed it down, like fucking go home to your mums. Yeah, so they were still there, like, in full force. But, like, sometimes, like, you'll play a close. And, like, I'll play some, like, really fucking pooky shit. Because, like, the bouncer's like, yes. Like, I start seeing people, like, clear. Like, I'll just go, like, real deep or something. And everyone's like, yeah. But then there'll always be these people that will be like, oh, I'm so fucking into that. Like, what is this? And they stare there, and you're like, can you just fucking go, man? Like, I'm tired. Like,
especially at the Met, it's usually when they close like the hip hop room, and then they all come spilling out.
And they just want to hear anything, man. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, bro. You could like scream into the mic for half an hour, and they'd be like, one more scream.
One more scream. Also, I just found out that Lincoln was a teacher. So if you're watching this and you're his student,
so that's where he got Mr. Marriott from.
I mean,
he's literally Mr. Marriott.
Literally, if you guys have him as a teacher, make sure you just give him a good old high five and tell him just keep doing his thing.
Doing what you're doing.
Like, to be fair, I mean, like, I think he teaches like in primary school, so it's like, dude, if they were listening to our music, I'd be like, man, you got to stop listening to this jump up. It's gonna rot your brain, like screechy Belgium shit. Like, stop.
Listen to David Guetta. That's where it's at.
Like, just watch like Sesame School Street, whatever, like something.
Fuck.
I don't know.
So
my brain's corrupted.
Recent news in Brisbane. Our dear beloved Bowler Bar is shutting down.
Dude, I'm heartbroken.
Oh, bro,
I love it. I love it that you've called it by its original.
Yeah,
name.
original. I'm a Bowler Bar man, not TBC. Sorry, but like, that was the first club that I was proper partying at.
Yeah, like I mean, I remember it years and years ago. I think it was Tomba or something. Like, it was another like Dub Thugs show, which was like one of the big promoters back then. I think it was Tomba or something played there, and I think that was the first time I'd been, and I was like, this place is fucking sick. It's literally just a fucking box
and dungeon.
Like, at the time, it had I think back then it was a really shitty fucking sound system. I have like hearing loss in this ear because I just super fucking wrecked that night. I literally just jumped in the booth and just started doing the lights. Like, I had no idea what I was doing, but I don't know. Everyone just let it go.
Yeah.
I was doing the right job, I guess. But obviously the booth monitor was just like 200 decibels. Like, so.
Yeah?
You like
He's laughing at that one.
Is it 200 decibels? He's like, sorry, that's actually not possible.
I'm sure that your headphones will distort if it's 200.
So this like booth monitor is just like blasting into my ear. I'm like, yeah, I'm so drunk, and like these buttons make shit go like bright. It's sick. Like having a fucking mad time. I was like, this club's pretty cool. But yeah, like honestly, like while we're on record, I'd like to fucking say a massive big up to TBC.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much for fucking what is it, almost 5 years now? Well, as TBC.
Yeah.
I never played at Bowler Bar.
Yeah, I never played a bowler either.
But you know, whatever.
Yeah, man.
However long it's been
like
since then,
that's
like,
where we started. That's our first sets before Dimes were together. We literally, like what you just said with you and Lincoln. That's just a mirror image of what happened with me and Emmett. And
Straight up.
Yeah, like our very first Dimes set, New Year's.
Officially, yeah. It was,
I can't
we
remember.
got a headline slot.
Yeah.
New Year's.
And
What the heck? What were you guys thinking?
First set.
Like literally, what were you guys thinking?
It was sick.
That's a good start. Like that's a precursor of things to come, I guess.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's
We're
been
still here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been making moves, and it's like, you know, I can definitely thank TBC for like, dude, I wouldn't be playing any of the shows I play now. Like, for a couple things, like if it wasn't for like Hannah and Alex, Biscuit Factory, and like, mainly like with Massive, like that was like the big thing that really like catapulted it. But like the biggest thing would probably be like Razzle giving me my first set in Brisbane, like 2015. Yeah, big art Razzle.
Wow. My boy.
Yeah, like Thrince, man, like that was where it all like took off.
Yeah.
I remember playing so many fucking open sets for so long, and then eventually started playing different set times and shit. I remember like I remember playing what? Oh, there you go.
There he is.
There he is, the man himself.
What a hot cunt.
Safe.
Beautiful boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I think I played, I remember playing Jump Up. It was so funny. It was like 2015, playing Jump Up, because I've listened to it for years, like old, like, Taxman, Hazard, TC clips, that sort of shit. And, you know, everyone was like, what the fuck is this? Play rhythm again. Like, this is shit. Like, you can't dance to it. It's too fast. And then, like, you know, like, I just kept being like, well, there's fucking 5 people here. Like, suck my dick. Like, I'm just going to play it. I don't care. Like... The cunt after me is going to play rhythm, and probably the next 4 sets will. So it's like, whatever. Like, it's 10 o'clock at night, and like I'm doing it. Like it's open, pretty much. Like fuck off. And yeah, no. I think someone took a photo. I think it was like Dolty took a photo of me. So not a photo, like a video of me dropping that 15 seconds like Mackie G remix.
Oh yeah.
Which was just like a fucking anthem for so long. It was like the tour before tour was like, which is now like infiltrated everything. Yeah, but like that song went off, and so many people were like, what's this? And then it just seemed to like snowball from there, and people were like, oh, okay, this shit's not, it's actually kind of fun. And they started to branch out a bit, and then next thing I knew, it started to go from like, can you go back to playing that rhythm that you were playing before to, oh, can you go play that like real fucking jump up, the weird sort of like fast shit,
and it makes you do this. Just always makes you want to do this. Like,
yeah, and yeah, it was a big shift, and yeah, basically like anywhere I go, I'll play like a safe event. So this is me and Brandon. Like I'll play a safe show, and we're playing like deep shit, and we'll play like heaps of grime, 140 biz. And yeah, I'll have people coming up being like, "Yo, you gonna play Jump Up?" I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you here, bro? Like, it's the wrong thing. Like,
wrong event." Yeah. So do you reckon people have sort of labelled you as that guy to play Jump Up?
200%. I put myself in that box for sure. Like, yeah. I mean, like, I'm really passionate about drum and bass. I mean, like, I like to play a lot of different stuff, like a lot of different like subgenres and shit. I've got so much fucking music, but I mean, I really like in a club setting, I love playing Jump Up because it's just fun music. A lot of people rag on it. I just think they take it way too fucking seriously. It's just fun music. Like, if you don't like it, don't fucking listen to it. Yeah. You know,
like, are you talking about like Jump Up specifically, or is it like drum bass?
I mean, like, you know, you got like a lot of people that a lot of like drum and bass heads that are not particularly fond of it and shit. But it's like, you know, I used to cop a lot of flack for it, but you know, like I can go out. I still got like, I'll go out, play jungle, I'll play liquid, I'll play neuro, I'll play whatever. Like, you know, I'm passionate about the whole spectrum of it, and it's just fun to play. Most of the people that come out and like watch my shows are, you know, younger kids, and it was a really cool thing because a lot of these people that started hearing Jump Up for the first time kind of got them into like, oh look, drum and bass is really cool. It's not so like inaccessible. You got people that are like gatekeepers, like unless you've been listening to fucking jungle for 40 years, then fuck off. Like, and when you should be like, all right, cool. Like if you like that shit, like let me show you something that you might like, and like ease them into it. So it was like a bridging thing. It sounds like bro step, I guess. The newer Jump Up sounds like it, so it's like relatable. And it's bridged that gap, so now they can listen to it, and that's fucking cool. And you should nurture like people listening to like out there shit, like being like, if you like drum and bass, here's some cool shit, and rather than be like, well, if you haven't listened to it for so long, then fuck.
But then people
there's the fucking door.
There'd even be the audience that would look at people like just listening to dubstep would be like, why do you listen to dubstep?
Dubstep dude, like shit. Yeah, I mean all the true heads, like bless them, like no, it's mad, like. I love the deep shit, and that's always going to be like number one for me. Like that's like a deep show. Like you'll actually see me dance. I like you'll never see me dance at anything other than it's like a drum and bass thing, or if it's like a deep show. I don't dance to like bro style. I'll be, unless I'm like mashed, I'll be like like. But deep shit, like I just go fucking bonkers to. And I mean like you could be sitting there and being like, oh, you only listen to that shit, like. I think the biggest thing is just like nurturing it. I mean, we have such a healthy scene. Like, you know, when I first started going to these shows, you know, like the acts were so spread out for so long. You know, you're paying like $50 to go see one act, and you're so spoilt for choice. Whether it's like something like Massive or Bicky or something else. Now, like you've even got normal clubs like the Met.
Yeah, that do shows every week.
Dope.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. So bro. We're definitely spoilt for choice. So I think we should be very proud. Like Brisbane's gone ham.
And there's
lately,
still people that whinge.
Still, there'll always be something. There'll always be something.
I hate it, man. Like after I come home and I'm like, hype. I'm like, I just had a good time. And it's always just someone just on some shit, just ragging really about hot some shit. I was like, that's what you get when there's fucking full after
club.
The Excision show, like.
Bro, I played that show and like, bro, that was
loose,
fucked
bro.
up, man. Like,
it was fucked up, but it was sick.
Like, I remember like in your podcast with Alex, like, bro, like the fucking fallout from that show, like people were going fucking ham. Like, my friend I saw jump off the balcony while I was playing. I was like, shit. Like,
that's when shit's getting wild.
Yeah, I had to go find him. Like, that was. Shout out, Brad. Big up. It was crazy. And, I mean, like, what do you expect, man? It's a packed show. Like, fuck, like, he hasn't been for years. 5 or 6 years or some shit. And he probably won't be back for another 5 or 6 years, man. Oh, wait, no, he did fucking touch base. He's probably tour around a bit more. But, I mean, they're making so much money in America. You know, there's so much shit there constantly. I mean, you know. You'd be blessed that you got the chance to see it. And you didn't have to fly.
That experience, like you're gonna look back on it,
man.
You're gonna look back on it and be like, "Fuck, I went to that Excision show." That was
I was
people
like,
will read this or watch this and be like, "I was fucking there."
Yeah, I was like, bro, the biggest fucking show we've ever seen with dubstep, like you know, as a club night. Yeah, like dude, it was like 1,700, like 15 to 1,700 people. It was like a 1,200 cap fucking floor. Like they're like, you can't come on the dance floor. The club will implode. Like, please leave. Like, when you know, like it's fucking when the bouncers are stopping them from walking down. That's dope. Yeah. So like, big up Biscuit Factory for that one. That was huge.
Do you remember being there and Kane was with us? And do you remember him just like standing in the back and like because it was so loud, he would just be going. Like hold this note for so long and people were throwing down and then just sort of stop and just like turn around and just look at him and he'd be like we're just like what and he's like bro there's too many people here
dude there was some fucking creatures there. Man, I mean if you go back to like the early Bicky days and shit, like some of the things I saw, some of the people like oh shit, like actually no it's like every club I've been to, I mean, like, people are fucking wild here. Like, Brisbane knows how to
party,
how to fucking send it. Like, like wild.
So you're a part of the Brisbane DJ group. Can you please explain to me what it is? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I want to know now.
And like I see you posting, not on it, but like on some posts and stuff like that. And
I knew this was coming through.
I know, honestly, but this is just a general question because like I'm not too sure what it is.
It's like it's been pretty harmless. It's kind of blown up a bit now. Fuck. Like someone basically posted a video of like. So one thing I hate is like people that drop mix. So like you basically like hit play and fucking smack the fader down and like drop mix. Like there's no mixing to it. It's like, dude, I can like teach like anyone to like you can teach anyone to mix, but it's not even that fucking difficult. But I mean like it's just ridiculous. And like posts up this like thing, puts like all these effects on the videos, and it's just like drop mixes like this song or whatever, and then like just hits like the like on the controller like the fucking the hot cue thing, and it just like loops the vocals for like a bar and back in, and he's just like dancing. And I was just like, I posted like a comment on it. I was like, I don't get it, and it was like heaps of people just like liking the comment, laughing at it, being like, yeah, no one does. And like someone's jumped on and like commented basically, I won't name names, like who was about. Like, I'm not gonna fucking throw anyone under the bus, but like someone's commented on it, fucking basically like rinsing this dude that's posted it.
True.
Yeah, and yeah, he just posted like all this shit, and then out of nowhere he was like, the dude who like first responded, he was just like went in, he was like, you're a fucking dickhead, and like fuck you, man, like you call him out, fuck. I was like, yeah. So like he was definitely like, I was like, I kind of put it as like my comment was like, I don't get it. That's about it. Like, it's not that bad. It was a bit like, and obviously people found that funny, and this guy like came in with like, and then this dude like posted the thing. So you've seen like the copy paste the fucking copy paste or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like that thing, like the battle of the streams shit. And like, so I just like to shit post. Like I'm saying, like I don't like, you know, obviously I don't want to fucking like rev people up too much, but it's quite funny. And I was like translating it into like Arabic, and then you like clear it, and then you translate the Arabic back into English, and it's fucking hilarious. So it's like change it, and it's like the loser must fuck the Brisbane DJ. I was like, it's just funny. Like if you post something that becomes like copy paste or whatever, and it's just like, you know, there's like variants of it, and it's super fucking funny. But like, you know, the person who was like aimed at, like, you know, he sent some like fucking voice messages and shit like to people, like
what?
Like yeah, it was really weird. Like people, I don't know. Like I think people probably like rinsed him a bit on it, and yeah, he's sending like voice messages. Like people like, I commented on the thing. I was like, dude, do you like actually know how to mix, or do you just drop mix everything? Like it's like what's the go? Like why do you keep posting these videos? Like, and like someone else like basically inboxed him, was like, hey man, like, you know, like can you actually do the thing? And he was like, bro, Johnny. I mean, Freddie Mercury, you know, he brought out Bohemian Rhapsody with like a crescendo in it. It was like 7 minutes long, and everyone was like, what the fuck is this? But now it's like one of the best tunes ever. I was like, firstly, did you just compare yourself to Freddie fucking Mercury? And second, like, did you also just call him Johnny Mercury and have to call yourself like, and I was like, oh, I'm about to fucking go in. So I fucking dove deep into that shit, and I was like, yeah, so basically, fuck him. I was like, don't fuck with Freddie. He's definitely my idol. So I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, it was pretty funny. So I thought it was like pretty tongue in cheek, but I think he probably got a bit offended. But you know,
listen, like I've seen a few posts in the DJ Brisbane DJ group, and it's like
Vinyl.
Vinyl. Like, oh yeah, did you see the one that his real name's Steven, obviously, but I can't remember his DJ name. Spender C. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he did that post was like, and he like did a whole video.
He's the fucking king.
Actually, you need to come on the podcast.
Yeah, you should. He's 100%. The funniest cunt in the entire world.
No, yeah, I saw that video obviously, but then there was like a couple of odd, like random things where I'm like, is this sort of like real? Like people like requesting, I need someone to come DJ for my 10-year-old's party.
Yeah.
And like, it's just like,
so what? It's $40 an hour. You have to provide your own equipment. Like, it's in fucking
West Sydney.
It's like it's in Woodbridge. Like,
it's just like what? And then people are straight on it, inboxed, like, PM'd.
I've been waiting for this fucking moment. Like,
so I was like, jeez, like before, like it's been posted.
Like, not only have you like sent the inbox, but also been like so eager that you've been like PM'd.
People must just sit there all day, hey, and just like troll, just like.
Oh, dude, like it's. Like, I think it's like I can understand it as well. Like, so you could see like the older generation of DJs and stuff being like, well, we have to mix some vinyls. We have to go out and buy records. We have to cart fucking, fucking kilos and kilos of fucking bags of vinyl. Yeah. Totally get it. Don't knock it and shit. I was like, I can mix vinyl. And not great. Like, I bought turntables to learn it because I've always enjoyed it because I would buy records here and there. Yeah. So I wanted to learn it. But I can understand their frustration, but it's like, we all do like a different sort of thing. We play different shit. We have CDJs. Like, of course, why not utilize that sort of thing? Yeah. Because, would you rather, playing a vinyl set is fun, but at the same time, it's also just like, for the most part, like, who fucking cares? Like, yeah. It's cool. Like, you do whatever you, like, whatever format you want. Yeah. But yeah, like, there was like that real heated thing of like, it's vinyl, like it's this and that, and like, and I think it was like Miguel, like Migs, was just fucking trolling the fuck out of it. He's like, it's vinyl, like VINAL, like fucking, like, I just kept saying that, and like, just like, I never see anything of like I just see so much like whack shit in that group. Like, I basically I went in it, and then I was like, this is fucked. I'm gonna stay in it just because there's like booky shit in here. I'm just gonna use this as like fucking ammo for like trolling shit. Like, it's dope.
Have you seen I forget what year it was, but it was something like a EDM thing in Sydney, and they had like this full-on panel. I think they had like Steve Aoki, they had someone else, like a record label owner, and then they had Diplo, and then they had Nina
Kravitz.
Yes. Did you see the thing? They went sort of back and forth about like how she was saying how pure like vinyl was. Dude. And Diplo was just like, I don't really care. I play YouTube rips. Like, he's like, I honestly don't care. Like, it's just like, that's boss man. I forget how she was like phrasing it, but I think maybe it might have been like a language thing that she couldn't quite word it, and maybe Diplo was in a bit of a weird mood.
Dude,
but
I can 100% say, like, dude, there's nothing more satisfying than pulling off like your first fucking mix on vinyl, like, and beat matching it and being like, nailed it. And you're like, I'm the sickest cunt. Like, someone should come like check this. Like,
sign me.
Video this quickly.
DJ like qualification. I've got my diploma now. Like,
tick. 100%.
Yeah, like I don't know, but it's a thing. It's like, I think, in like the club setting at the moment, like, if you have the equipment there and shit, and you can isolate it and shit, so you don't have like fucking skipping needles and shit when people are jumping around, and if you can do that, and you can be fucked like doing it, and like, most clubs don't really have vinyl there. They might be hidden away in like a back room and shit, and it's like, if you can do it, fucking dope. And I totally think it's an amazing art. But if there's like a competition between them, it's like, dude, if you play in your format sort of thing, like, I think it's like CDJs and shit. I don't really like people that bring controllers to get, like, this might sound a bit like contradictory and shit. Like, I don't like people that bring controllers to a gig when you've got CDJs. And like the 2000s that you'll find is like a club standard, do everything a fucking controller can and then some. I don't see the point of that.
I think I reckon like 2000s has to be the standard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially playing in a club, like, you getting a set, you must know how to play on 2000s.
100%.
And like,
I think like, if you've learned to play like on a controller, and if you want to play a club set and you can't play on club equipment, that'll be like house equipment, then you shouldn't. Like, I didn't play my first gig for so fucking long. Like, I'd maybe play a house party here and there, and I was so nervous about like, if something fucks up, what do I do? How do I fix it? Every time I play and something fucks up, I'll be like, I actually don't know what that is. And there's so many times where I was like, after playing for fucking years and years and years and years and being around it, seeing so many different issues, there'll always be something you're like, I don't know why that is not working, or like what's going on there. And you've got to like learn to adapt. And I think like, until you can at least get the basic things, like, people like really want to rush to play a club gig. Yeah. I think like, like, you see stuff like Your Shot as well. I think it sets like a bit of a bad precedent. I think like it's fucking great in like the premise of it. I think you guys did your show.
And I did it. They didn't
Oh,
like me.
yeah.
They didn't like me.
Yeah. I don't like you either.
I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Worst part of Dimes. Fucking hot though. I think like it sets like a bit of a weird precedent as well, because it's like, you know, you're selling tickets and stuff, which is something we all fucking do for like gigs and stuff. You know, you sell tickets and shit, or like then, you know, you have your friends come out, you know, the amount of tickets you sell gets like you better set time and stuff. And you know, these kids kind of come out and they want to rinse like a fucking, like the hardest fucking set with the biggest bangers, and they want to come out and they really want to, and they put everything into like this really like down to the T mix. You probably like, you know what I mean? It's just like you mix it right down because you know, you expect that. But you know, then you go out and play in a club and you're playing at 9 o'clock and you're playing like fucking Marauder, Mastodon shit, and just fucking double dropping and chopping shit, and everyone's like, fucking hell, I just walked in, like I haven't even had a drink yet, like and like, you know, they haven't really been guided on that front. There's like, you know, you have to warm it up. Like, I think one of the biggest differences, if you look at like Massive, if you look at Biscuit Factory, if you look at Safe, like the Met, like, you know, they're places that I'm playing frequently. The direction we have been given to warm things up, they're like, don't fucking rinse it. Like, rinse it, they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, so these kids will like come out and then they go out and play a bunch of sets, and they realize it's not every single one of their friends isn't there, because it's not like a big thing that they've hyped up for 6 months. It's like a weekend gig that they might not come to. Bro, I play so many fucking dead gigs like all the time.
We all do, man. Everyone does.
Dude, like you see like that photo of me standing up and there's like, you know, people in the balcony and shit. That's like maybe a yearly fucking thing, as opposed to like 90% of the time, you know, there'll be like a third or like quarter less of those people. So like I think I've seen way too many kids that have like come out and been like super passionate about mixing, and they've not been passionate about like the mixing and the fun that it brings, like mixing with your friends. It's the idea that you're going to be like a superstar, and I think that's what they sell. And do you know what I mean? I think it's like cool if it was like, hey, like mixing is just fucking dope, like hanging out with your friends and swapping music, like that will keep you wanting to play gigs. You know, and you got to go through the process of it. 100%. You know, I think if that was like pushed a bit more, you know, I hate to see like these kids like have their fucking hearts broken because they didn't get a chance to play a, you know, a massive gig.
And that's the thing. It's like, once you come out of your shot, you're now competing against everyone else in your shot, plus everyone else who was in part of the scene. That's
there's like a big flood. You've got people that are already like kind of forged their way in. And then you've got like a flood of people that are like, yes, I shelled it at your shot. Heaps of people took like, they're like, I should play. And some people have had like an expectancy of like playing gigs because they've played good or something. That's not like a precursor. Like, you know, people like, here's my mix, it's dope, book me for a gig. It doesn't work like that. No. You know, the biggest thing I've heard from every fucking promoter I've ever fucking talked to is like listen to this one. It's like, go out, like support the fucking gig, be there. You know, don't walk in the first time and be like, here's my mix, let me play. Like you need to, you know, be part of that, and you know, that's where it comes from. You know,
exactly. I'll be really honest. Like I was actually really lucky at your shot to be approached by Hannah, and she was like, hey, really interested, you know, possibilities to be playing with us at Biscuit Factory. And I'm just like, what? Like, this is before I even ever went out in Brisbane, so I didn't even really know what Biscuit Factory was. That's it. So I was like really, really lucky. But yeah, whenever people come up and ask me like, oh, what's the best way to get gigs? It's like, turn up and show up and just support.
Honestly, like, man, you got to mingle. Be a...
Are you plugging your own memes?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I made that meme.
Some fresh OC for the hot, spicy boys.
Myself, though, to be honest.
Never book me. How good.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. I think I got my foot at the door with Rins, because I'm pretty sure I think it was a Capulet gig. I can't fucking remember what it was, but I walked up to Razzle and I was like, "Oi, cunt, put me on it."
And you know what? He would have been like,
I'm hiring you. He was like, yeah, fucking, whatever, you can play an open. I was like, sick. And he's like, can you mix? I was like, he's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Like, And like, yeah, I play that for ages. And like, dude, Razzle's the Don Dada. Like, dude, Thrince was that was mad. I mean, that really, like, if it wasn't for that, and if it wasn't for Razzle giving me that shot, I wouldn't do any of the shit I've done now. Like, the dude is he's a fucking Don. That fucking, if you talk about that Razzle fucking closing set at Bicky, I think everyone knows that fucking set, bro.
Man.
Everyone knows that set.
That was a big
he brought his mum. He brought his mum to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's the coolest fucking mum.
Yeah.
She goes out to like festivals and shit. Like
I've met her a few times. Yeah,
she goes out to to festivals and the break. She is super fucking cool and like really supportive. So she's a weapon. But yeah, Razzle's
a legend, bro.
Yeah, absolute legend. I mean, like, I can thank him for being on this podcast.
I still remember me and him at like Rage Crew days, just whinging and bitching to each other. Like, why haven't we been booked here yet? Like, we're here every fucking Friday. Like, let's go.
We can mix, dude. I've recorded like 4 SoundCloud mixes. Fuck you. Nah, it's funny. It's funny you say that. I was having this conversation with like multiple people like recently. It's like, Rage Crew, all that family shit. Do you know how many times that you and I have probably bumped into each other?
I know. That's what I mean, bro.
Like, we've been clubbing together before.
I used to be fucking
6 degrees of separation, innit? Like,
all the time, bro. Back in the day, I was like, that's only how I knew Raz, was just going to family. I didn't know him outside of that at all. And
it's fucking
it's crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, it blows my fucking mind. Like, dude, those family days were fucking amazing. Yeah,
I missed that all.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it existed.
A little bit later.
Dude, yeah. Dude, it was like, I remember like that, like that 2011 to probably 2013 period, that was like the shit. Before they had like the Reno, fuck, that like tiny
the
booth,
it
was like the piece of perspex with like shit tons of stickers and like, bro,
it was crazy.
Cohen Sound played there one year. We had a Dub Thugs gig upstairs. Cohen Sound are mad, you obviously know, Glitch Hop and shit.
Yeah.
They rolled through and they've just played this set and everyone's just been so fucking keen to see them. I remember like being on that top floor and I like, and you've probably experienced this like on the really packed shows up there. Like I remember like dancing on the floor and I felt the floor like flexing like that.
Holy
and I was like, we are going to die. Like we're going to fall through to like the mezzanine floor. And I shit you not, I went downstairs because the bar was fucking packed. I was like, I'll go down to the mezzanine. It was some fucking shit act downstairs, like some fucking big room thing. And people like, bottle service. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm going down there. So venture on down, like taking a breather, walking under all the vents. Like
the big vent that used to be on the second floor. That thing.
Yeah.
Saved my life a few times, bro. Going to there, just take 5,
Yeah, like if you didn't go there, you're like, you're gonna cook. Like so I'm like standing under the vent and order like a drink. And I remember looking up and seeing like the lighting trusses like fucking
No.
Oh, dude, they were like swinging.
That's scary.
Like, you could see the floor flexing. I was like, we are going to die. And and then I was like, fuck, that's hectic. And I was like, pretty sick way to die. I remember literally thinking, that's a sick way to die. If we all die, like, dope. And I ran back upstairs with the drink. Ran straight back and I was like,
let's go harder.
We gotta get this shit to break.
I was like, do it in time. Do it in time.
Oh man, that's such a
that was
spin out,
the fucking best. But that's the thing. Like I have this like like anyone that has been in the Brisbane scene, anyone that like has been around for like around that sort of era and stuff. So many people that I've met maybe in the last few years. I mean, I think I've known you guys for like maybe like since I've been to Brisbane like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, for sure.
I mean like. If you were around then, it's like we've been at clubbing together at some point, and it's 100%. Like, what the fuck?
My trip.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But shout out Razzle, hey.
My boy.
I remember when Razzle was getting like his popularity was like going through the roof.
But he was straight up. He was always the king. Like he brought that fucking. He plays like really, really cool sets, and he was like the fucking poster child for dubstep for so long, man. Like, I
remember
dude was a king.
People would come up to me like, "Wait, Razzle plays like the hardest stuff ever, like ever. Like no one plays harder than Razzle." And I was like, "Oh yeah, true." And then I went
when he shows it, he goes, "You're like, fuck, where'd that come from?" Because usually he plays like a lot more of like the, like real vibey shit, like real like, like I don't know. The dude's a fucking don, and I mean. like when he started like the whole Thrins thing up, that was crazy. I mean, it fucking got a lot of people in the door.
Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of people that are like still sort of playing.
Yeah.
You know, some that have like dropped off. You know, some people don't like continue. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, like Thrins was fucking mad. Like at Lost as well. Like shout out to like Simo and the whole Lost crew because that was mad because we'd come in and just fuck this venue up for like you know, once a month, and then like fuck knows why they like still like tolerated our shit. Like, but they were awesome. They were super like hospitable, and you know that was amazing. Like I remember, you know, getting on board with like the whole Thrins thing, and you know, basically being a resident.
Yeah.
And playing so many shows, and just that's how I got my name out there. Like I made like some bullshit logo, which I still use now. I made it in like Photoshop. Like
nice.
Yeah. I made it like real drunk. I was like, fuck. Yeah, they're like, need someone to put on the poster. I'm like, yeah.
There it is.
This is my first time playing at Family. So, yeah. Shit. So that I just kind of stuck with the logo.
I never got to play downstairs.
Oh, dude, it was...
I actually never got to play at Family now that I think about it.
Yeah, it was like, I think I've only ever played... See, it's the same thing with Matt. I've only played Coco's once, which is fucking mind-boggling to me. A little bit drunk. I had a bit of a big night.
And we're also proudly
shout out to VB.
VB.
Please sponsor me for fuck's sake.
Yeah. He's been through a lot just to get any sort of look in.
Mate, I've shit posted enough about you guys like I expected.
Just give him something.
Just one free card and we'll call it even. I could have travelled the world. But yeah, like I the first time I fucking played the Met was crazy. Like that was a fucking massive dream come true. Same with Family. Family kind of dropped off on the bass thing, which was sad. It's gone a bit up and down. I don't really know what the fuck's going on with it. I think it'll be really fucking cool with the Halloween show with Biscuit Factory. I will plug that. I can't remember the date because I'm a horrible promoter, but don't buy tickets on me. Yeah, there you go. Fuck, you're a gun at this, eh?
Listen,
I didn't even remember that was a photo I had.
Even though he eats handfuls of meat,
bro,
he's so always
surprised he's still not.
There's a reason we got him here.
I bet you there's a fucking packet of meat right there.
Yeah, it would be.
Just sitting there.
No, it's probably just like in his pocket and warm. It's just warm. He's just pulling out.
But Teletubbies, the red Teletubbies. Man.
Yeah, don't ever play in that because it fucking sucks. Because like, if you look like the little like ear pads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your headphones just don't work. Like, I had them turned up to 200 decibels. Yeah, and I still couldn't hear shit. So you're full of shit, Adam. 200 decibels is real.
Is that Jordan's back?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, no, it is.
Wearing a double O shirt.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, playing that was horrible. I mean, like, it's so funny because like I remember like playing. I think it was like a Stockies headline or something, and Fuzzy's just like gone through my page and he's just pulled one of these off, and it's literally me without like the head part, which is like arguably the funniest part about it. And it's just like me without that, and it's just wearing what looks like. It's me looking real serious in the mix at TBC, and I'm like leaning in. I think I'm holding my ears or some shit, and like fucking. He's posted that up as like the photo, and it's just like me, and it's like, what are you wearing? It's like this weird fucking jumpsuit with a silver thing here, and I was like, it's part of a costume, like. It's fucking cooked,
man. That's
I saw on Facebook today, I think it was, the WASTER duo.
The what?
WASTER duo for the festival you and Harry played at. What? The bio.
Oh, dude, Status WASTER. Oh, dude.
Wait, what was it?
Adam, I don't know if you can pull this up on my Facebook. On Harry's Facebook, I think I don't even know if you've got.
He shared it today,
dude.
On Harry's.
Okay, if you've got a phone, just load up Harry's.
Oh no, I think we've
Can you get it up?
Yeah.
So basically, the context behind this is fucking hilarious. So we got given the opportunity to play at Earth Frequency, which is my first time playing at a Doof or attending one. We had to like submit like an artist profile and all this shit, and I basically submitted it, and I don't know why they put it up. Yeah, this is it. I can't see it. Can you read it out? So I wrote this and I submitted this and I was like,
Adam, I'll let you do the honest, brother.
I can't.
Can't read that?
No, I'm blind as a bat, dude. I'm also a bit drunk.
Hang on, let's cue our producer. Here he goes.
All right.
Status WASTER, a duo born in Pripyat, northern Ukraine, but raised in Brisbane, comprising of Aaron Summer and Harold Mendez.
That gets funnier in a moment. I'll explain that in a minute.
Meeting in their senior year at Radcliffe College. Pastan. The pair joined forces sometime in the early 1980s after Summer won the Mademoiselle Poetry Prize. Mendez was a runner-up. Immediately following graduation, they decided to give up writing poetry in order to concentrate on delivering powerful re-spaces to the Brisbane-based scene. They currently live together with their 2 children in Boulder, Colorado.
I lost it when I read that today. I lost it.
Oh my God. Now think about this, like, you know, when they're posting up shit and like, so I wrote the bio. We joined out, like, so Harry's like DJ name is Status Error. And we were just like, we'll just call it Status WASTER, bodged up some shitty logo and like photoshopped us on like these like topless, like ripped like dudes and put like fucking unicorns and like rainbows and shit in the background. Like it was cooked. Anyways, we posted that up and like Harry's like, oh, like, are you going to fill in like the artist profile? Are you going to do all that shit? And I was like, I got a laptop. I'll do it. It's all good, bro. So yeah, I wrote that and posted that up and I was like, there's no way that they're going to post it. They're just going to be like, they'll just leave like a SoundCloud link or some shit. But anyways, they put it on the fucking, on the Earth Frequency website. I was like, holy fuck. So it got worse because like, they also asked for like a technical writer and shit. Like I was like, I got this, but
oh no!
I was like, I wanted.
Was this
like,
all in the same like email? Like
yeah. So you got to fill out like this, like like they send you like an email link, and there's like you got to fill like an online application sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I asked for like I was like 5 CDJs and a 4-channel mixer, like which makes 0 sense. I asked for like a framed photo of Andy C to be placed to the left of the decks with scented candles and incense.
Oh, no.
I asked for a silver medalist only, no bronze or gold accepted, in brackets, equestrian team.
Just to be there?
Horses included.
Oh, wow.
Like
Amazing.
all this bullshit stuff. And it was like, yeah, like they obviously read it and be like, you cunts are like obviously on acid. Like, welcome aboard. Like,
and we've got it all.
they'll be delivered soon.
What happens if you get there and it's just...
Bro, if there was an equestrian team and I rocked up to play, I'd be like, I can't play. Like, that's the best thing that's ever happened. I was like, yeah. It was pretty fucked, man. It was funny, but like we got first night fever. I basically fucking did some acid, and it kicked in really quick because it was liquid acid, and yeah, basically that night was a fucking blowout. And then I somehow got to sleep for like 3 hours. I woke up and it's fucking Rossi from Disciple. I was like rocked up to this door, like. He's just come from fucking LA, but he's also Rossi, so he doesn't wear anything other than like black jeans, like a Disciple shirt and a fucking like a bomber jacket. Like that's all he wears, and a hat and like high tops. That's Rossi. And he's rocked up and there's just like me, you know, like half naked. I think I'm in underwear, sleeping on a blow-up mattress that's like deflated under a tent. Like he's rocked up and I was just been like, oh, so good to see you. Your face is moving. Like, I somehow like had to, yeah, it was so fucked, man.
Stop it.
Oh, dude.
Put that back in your mouth.
Yeah, oh, dude, like it was so bad. Like me and Harry were like, what are we going to do? We were like, I turned to him, I was like, I'm tripping balls. And I was like, dude, I don't remember how to mix. And he's like, I've got no idea. He's like, I don't know how we're going to do this. I was like, we're fucked. Like, we've got to stand up in front of like probably 1 million people. Mix. Definitely not. It was like 6 people. Like, it was the DJs after us.
But and the equestrian team.
This the night?
And the equestrian team. What?
Was this the night?
No, that's another one. That's me and Aimer's top. It looks better on me. If you're watching this, Monique, it definitely looks better on me. So
Is that a VB you're drinking too?
Yeah, obviously. Once again, please sponsor me. For fuck's sake. But yeah, like I basically convinced some fucking random walk, like who like literally was like dancing in mud. I was like, have you got a phone? They're like, yes. I was like, weird to ask someone dancing in mud if they've got a phone, but they did, and they had a reception, and they like took me to their tent and were like, what do you need? Very like gentle. Was like, all right, so I'm fucked. I need you to load up. Adam, load me up a picture of a CDJ 2000, and like it would have been like that, but it was like some walk being like, okay, dude, like mahalo, let me pull that right up for you, dude. What do you need to see? And I was like, zoom the fuck in. What do the buttons look like, and where are they? Like, because literally in my head, all I could see was like screen, jog wheel, and that's it. Like, yeah, because I was just like, I can't remember anything.
Wow.
So then I had to like look at a fucking like DJM 900 mixer and be like, what the fuck do these buttons do? Like, I was like, what are all these knobs and faders and shit? And like, I had to like memorize it there. And we got up and I was like, oh wait, no, it makes total sense. I've done this heaps. So I was like, what the fuck was I worrying about? Well, we got through our set. I mean, probably not the best, but like, yeah. I mean, don't do acid before your first Dorf set. Like, or maybe do it. Like, it was a pretty sick time. Like, to be fair.
But that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Why was Ross there? Who was he?
I don't fucking know. Like, so he came down with Katie. I don't know how the fuck we convinced them to come there, because Ross like was like, what the fuck are these people? What are they doing? He's like so confused. He's like, what's going on? Like, why is everyone like wearing what they're wearing? I was like, Ross, it's 40 fucking degrees, 80% humidity, and you're wearing a bomber jacket. Like, just like, if you're just gonna do anything, just take the jacket off, keep the fucking jeans and the shirt on. I've seen you do it before. Like, no. And he's like, no, but it looks cool. I was like, oh, I could fucking see you. Like, he's got like a single drop of sweat. That was it. Like, I was like, you're from Bristol too, so I'm like, you must be fucking melting. But he just like soldiered on through. So big up, Ross.
He probably just didn't want to. He didn't want to back down. He's just like, no, I'm keeping it on. I'm all good.
You know, fashion over everything, really.
Yeah. No matter what the weather is, no matter what situation.
Form over function. Yeah, like. It was fucking wild. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, the first night fever, it gets everyone. It's the same as that listen out shit. Like, everyone's like, fuck yeah, let's go to the Met. And they're like, they get to like listen out morning and they're like, fuck.
I shouldn't have done that.
I've had like 8 pills and all of my cruises. Now I need to wait until 10 to go to the bottle shop. Sarah, can I fucking have a 6-pack? Like, fuck. I'm so guilty.
Let's take a bit of a detour in the conversation. How I know that you have a big love for grime.
Yeah.
So tell me who is oh, actually, what's your opinion on like 1-4 and stuff like that that's been happening in Australia right now?
Oh, so I feel like we've had this conversation with Alex and stuff. No, honestly, like, to be fair, I listen to a lot of drill. I've been listening to it for I'd probably only say like the last 12 months or so.
Yeah.
I'm like a huge Heady 1 fan. Like, Drillers and Trappers 2 was like, bro, one of my most fucking played things on my Spotify. Absolutely love it. Obviously like Unknown T. He was playing at Outlook, but obviously man is locked up now for murder. So won't be seeing him for a while.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess like if you chef someone up, like you do the crime, like fair.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I mean, I really like it. I like the style of beat. I think it's really, really fucking cool. I pay like most attention to like the instrumentals and shit.
Yeah.
I really like that style. I think the biggest like thing is like I saw this 1-4 thing and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so fucked. It's gonna be some bogan cunt like, I fucking at the center line and someone looked at me and I fucking stab him, because like I'm not like there's heaps of like amazing Aussie artists. Like, it's just not my thing. I've always like gravitated to like the UK shit, and any like Aussie stuff has always sounded a bit whack to me. That's personal preference. Whatever. Yeah. Don't stab me. It's all good. But no, like with 1-4, I actually like fucking like it. They've actually nailed it, and like obviously it's
you know, obviously, like, they're really, really, like, paying... Well, they're essentially, like, biting what's going on with, like, the UK sort of shit. And the UK is, like, a different fucking kettle of fish. But, I mean, like, power to them, man. Like, I think it's a fucking banger. Like a few of the songs I've heard, I've fucking bumped. I would listen to, like, UK drill over it. But, I mean, if it's popped on... I walked into Red Rooster. I posted a status about this. I walked into Red Rooster and... Shout out fucking Strathpine Red Rooster for playing fucking like Shanks and Shivs. Like, what? Really? Yeah, straight up. Like, I've walked in and like they were obviously like just cleaning. They were about to like fucking pack up and stuff. And I've walked in and they were like, ooh. And I was like, yo, is that 1-4? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, pull it up, rewind that. And also get me a Tropicana pack, please. Yeah.
Shanks and Shivs.
Boom, boom, boom. Shank and Shiv that chicken up for me, blood. Yeah, mad. It was sick. So, oh shit. And also, like, while we're on the minor topic of fucking Red Rooster.
Oh yes, breaking news.
Breaking news. Like, if you haven't seen this, I'm gonna fucking that's the
breaking news and breaking hearts.
Yeah. If you haven't seen this, I was like, I saw like there's like fucking like half a dozen fucking Red Roosters in like Queensland or some shit, like Sunshine Coast and stuff, like shut down. Fuck, please don't go under. I love Red Rooster so much. Like, those chips are fucking
unreal, bro.
I've gone off KFC now. Like, man,
bro, I've always
I back KFC and I do like it, but every time I eat it, like, I'm just like, this has made me feel super sick.
Yes.
I eat fucking Red Rooster. I'm like, hell yeah, dog. Like, pineapple fritter. What's up?
I'm a massive KFC fan, but Red Rooster chips are
oh, dude, they are the one, bro.
Best thing.
They
ever.
Always sold the fuck
always
out.
on point.
You know, like KFC chips, when they're bad, they're like, they fucking
suck
suck.
Shit. That's what I said. If Red Rooster and KFC combine and Red Rooster brought their chips over, would be money.
Yo, if any one of you CEOs are watching that, like, you know, KFC Red Rooster collab, yeah, maybe like, Ripper Roll VIP, like Zinger, or fucking Zinger Red Rooster remix, like mad.
I tell you what, like
I back it.
I didn't go to Red Rooster heaps.
Look at the old sign.
I'll tell you what, my cousin, for his 16th birthday, my uncle and my auntie bought him a card that he can go into any Red Rooster and get free Red Rooster for a year.
Is that like? Are you talking about Nando's, bro?
No.
Have you heard about the is it the black card? Black card?
Yeah. You gotta get one of them.
He had this. It was like
I would shank and shiv someone like, for that shit. Like,
he had a voucher and then it turned in.
Like.
Had a voucher and it actually turned into like. Eventually, he got a card. It was like a Red Rooster card. I don't know if he's got it to this day, Ben, but but he had
Ben,
this.
If you're listening to this, like, take me out for some chicken, bro. Like, I'm broke.
It's done. This was 20 years ago. It's done.
But scrap what I just said. Like, it was 20 years ago. It's like, whatever, bro.
But maybe we should do that as a last hurrah. Like, we should all just compile money and just go, all right, buy up for like a year subscription.
Nah, fuck it, man. Yo, let's buy some shares. Let's keep that Red Rooster shit going, bro. Like, don't let the dream just be a meme. Like, keep that shit going. Big up Red Rooster.
Oh, man.
Every time.
I remember.
Man, we like people like. Yeah, big up. Like, how's a matchy? Like.
Yeah. And Red Rooster for red as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So once again, sponsor me, Red Rooster, if you want to like hook me up with that Red Rooster card. If that
have you ever had?
Can't afford it.
Yeah. Have you ever had?
I'm struggling boy.
Have you ever had VB and Red Rooster at the same time?
Hell yeah, dude. I've had like VB like most times.
How about
breakfast?
Even for breakfast?
Yeah, I like actually we had a kick-ons once, and like probably not my finest moment, but I made cornflakes and VB, so it was like cereal and VB. I got a mouthful into it. It was pretty shit.
But did you drink the VB?
Not really. Like, it was pretty cornflakey and it's pretty shit. I think I bet someone else that they'd have to drink it, and they did, and it didn't end well. But
nice.
Do you know what? I actually got hit up by there's like a Facebook page called Victor Bravos. And they just post, they just post like VB memes and shit. And if you go to like my Instagram profile, and if you scroll down, and this is where the ties back into the whole Earth frequency thing. So like a little bit further down, or quite some time down, there's a photo of me carrying 3 cartons of VB on the way to Earth frequency. Like, it's me walking out of the bottle, and they inbox me and they're like, "Hey man, come on." Oh, there you go. Scroll up a bit. There you go. Call me Stretch Armstrong, motherfucker. Yeah.
That's classic.
So they hit me up and they're like, "Yo, can we use your shit on our Facebook page?" And I was like, "Yeah, like send me some free beers." And they never did. They didn't even use the photo, so fuck them.
Oh wait, I thought it was like, and they gave me free beers.
Yeah. I was hoping for some free beers. So I'm like, once again, V&B, I've shouted you out on everything.
Hit a man up.
How's that for fucking product placement? I don't know.
Even with the old, like I heard that every single one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll do the next one like real ASMR. If I don't piss my pants.
But yeah, who at the moment in terms of like the UK grime scene that you're listening at the moment that you love?
Fuck. I mean, there's so much like the I don't know, like it's so hard to say. Kano's new album was fucking dope. Marcus put me onto that. It was fucking cool. Been listening to a little bit of like UK hip hop. I'll take this time to shout out my boy Maxim, who's working with Mephius now, and they've got a collab called Ezekiel's Gift. So if you do get a chance, check that out, because I know next year they're going to be pumping some tunes. But they got a tune. It's a remix of a tune called Bandersnatch.
Nice.
I have flogged the fuck out of that on my Spotify. But yeah, Max and Martin are very sound dudes, and I really like that sort of shit. UK hip hop, I really, really fucking get down to. Like, I find it really, really cool. Like,
nice.
It's that kind of like boom bappy,
New
York style. And I prefer the accents so much more to fucking like Aussie hip hop. And I think Aussie hip hop content, lyrical content, I've never found particularly relatable. And I just kind of find it like kind of gronkish. Like, but I mean, like, if that's your thing, whatever. Like, for me personally, not so much. I prefer like UK grime flows, lyrical content, because I find it more interesting.
Of course,
it's not relatable because I don't live in the UK.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is there something that you want to say?
Oh yeah. So
no. But to be honest, where will you be in about a year's time from now?
Not here in Brisbane. That's for sure. Wow. Owen Wilson. Wow.
So let's just say that for the first thing that we talked about, it sort of might have got you on a bit of a traveling bug.
Yeah. So like, it's something I've said. Like, every one of my friends has been like, you're gonna go. Like, they're like, you said you're gonna go to Outlook for 8 years. Shut the fuck up. You're not going. And this year, like, I literally sold everything and was just like, fucking, I'm going. Made it work on the skin of my teeth. Yeah. And like the homies I was with, like, Richie, Hayden, Tager, Josh, like, them boys. Did I say Hayden? I'm fucking drunk. Like,
say it again if you like. Yeah. Just go on.
You do you, bro.
Tager, Richie, Hayden, Josh, me. Yeah, it was us. Yeah, I was like, underwater, fucking, dude, just so much shit. Like, those guys, like, were the fucking best people to party with. Like, got me through skin of my teeth. It was mad. Anyways, I got back and I was like, I fucking hate it here. And what's the night? Like, I think like 2 nights ago, I like booked my flight. So called my immigration officer, and we're working through shit. So I got to lodge everything on in January. But yeah, it's 22nd of July. I fly out.
Whoa,
crazy.
Then we're gone.
Do you know what?
Wasted going away party.
I was just about to say
it is gonna be.
I think
legendary.
It'll be the biggest party of 2020.
I think it'll top Excision night, I reckon.
Oh yeah, people would just be jumping off.
Yeah, I want to see some people jump off some shit.
I'll jump off some shit for you, bro.
Yeah, fuck all that health and safety shit. Like, am I going away? It's not my problem then. So just like break your legs. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
if you got a fine, just say you're Aaron, and then you're sweet.
Yeah, if you got like long hair, like, just say it's me. You get away with blue murder. Like, it's fucking mad. No, but to be fair, like, honestly, I think that's gonna be wild. I think I'm trying to think of like what to do. I want to get like heaps of my friends. I want to play back to back with every cunt. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna just open decks.
Go ham.
Yeah, and
that'd be dope.
I reckon.
I'd have a few drinks with you for sure.
I reckon who you should invite.
You're not invited, Jaden. No. Cool.
How rude, man.
Just kidding. I love
you. You should definitely let this guy host.
Oh, Dead Levi, skin. My boy.
Yeah. Dead Skin Insane. What a guy.
How's that? How's that?
He loves it. What
a beautiful man. It's what peak male performance looks like.
Oh yeah. You guys should do a part-time. No, actually, he should be the MC for one of his sets.
No, I was gonna say like check out our fucking hardcore band. Like,
yeah,
sick.
Was gonna say for that for the going away party, you should invite that politician. What's her name?
Oh, Gladys Berejiklian.
Her?
You know what? If in the very, very off chance you're watching this, Gladys, so I woke up today very, very hungover, in not a very good mood because I've had a fucking banging headache and I was a little bit drunk still. And I've like opened it up and it's seen like, you know, all this shit New South Wales is going through. Probably not going to watch this, but if you do see it, like literally the coroner has pulled out a report saying that she strongly recommends, you know, pill testing and that sort of shit. And Gladys has been like, yeah, we're not going to budge on it because I don't like it personally. And it's like, oh, it's going to save lives. So you're a fucking beak-nosed cunt. And also, you know, the next death is 100% on you. If like someone dies, it's on you because if you're not going to take those proactive measures, like you can go get fucked.
Tag her in the comments right now.
Yeah.
Everyone tag away.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah. Skip to this part of the podcast and like go fuck yourself. Like I think it's just it's very shitty. Like I think, you know, people that like my dad, you know, like he's been very understanding of it. And I said like, you know, this affects like, you know, a huge amount. It affects like, you know, anyone in the music industry. It affects anyone in the like the nightlife industry. It affects security guards, bartenders, owners, punters, fucking everyone. Yeah. It doesn't fucking solve anything. Wow, you're fucking onto this, mate. Like shit.
He's good.
That's my old man.
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Big up Versace B,
man.
My guy.
I've never met him, but he looks like the man.
Yo, he is a good bloke. He's really cool. I'm quite blessed. Got a lot of love for him.
I can't wait for him to MC the going away party.
Yeah. Versace B. He's got bars for days. They're shit house, but yeah.
Oh wow!
Look at that mug. That's such a boomer photo. Like fucking super zoom, eh? Fucking hell.
Right up here, right? Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Me looking hot as always. Like, from day dot, bro. Like sick. Nah, like it's like my old man was like super understanding. Like he knew like, you know, obviously it's something we're passionate about. I'm like very, very like a strong advocate like harm minimization, pill testing, and that sort of stuff. If you like, now that I can say like going over to Europe and seeing like, in particular like Amsterdam, which is quite liberal with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like not hard drugs because they're still illegal and stuff, but they're not like rampant and the issues don't really seem to see. I mean, I only had maybe a week there, but I mean, I gave it a pretty red hot nudge and like saw some shit, but like. You know, with like the legalization of weed and stuff, there's no fucking problems. Like there's like super strict about drinking in the street. So they're like, don't fucking drink in the street or you get fined. And so you don't see people, the only people you see like causing shit are fucking like tourists.
Yeah.
Like us, which we didn't. Like we were actually like pretty tame. We kind of just like soaked it up a bit and it was dope. It works there. You look in Japan, like the drinking culture is completely different. It's like expected you go out and drink with your workmates on like a Friday afternoon.
That's what Storm was saying.
Yeah. And it's like it's like expected, and you have to have a good relationship because like, you know, work is number fucking one there, and they're so like industrious with like they're so onto it, and to then, you know, you have to maintain that like working relationship. So you go out, and if you're like drunk or you're unruly, people are like, ugh, like you're being weird. But then they also have this thing as like, all right, we'll let it go, and they'll just like pretend it never happened sort of thing. But at the same time, like they don't encourage like, you know, if you're a fucking drunk and if you're like aggressive, like they would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like over here, it's almost like applauded. Like you get into fights, like, oh, fucked him up. It's like we have a cultural issue. Like it's not about what we drink, it's not about what we take. Straight, you know, that does definitely play a fucking impact.
Big role.
It's a big role. It's a catalyst to a lot of things, but it's a social thing more than anything. And, you know, when you address people that want to go out and they want to fucking fight people and do shit, you know, I don't go out and want to, every time I have it, like I get pissed all the time and I'm just like happy and laughy. If I was like particularly violent or if I had to like apologize to my friends for being a fucking prick every fucking time I drunk, I wouldn't drink. Like straight up. I just give me too much anxiety. You know, if you're being like, Yeah, there you go. Kiss that.
Anxiety.
Yeah. Once again, VB, fucking sponsor me. Fuck.
That's 3 times right now.
Oh, dude.
3
it's
times.
like on the screen. It's here. There's product placement. I'm sipping it. I'm going to do some I'm going to open up the next can. ASMR. Real slow and sexy.
We're just going to tag him away. Tag VB now. Tag VB in this.
Tag VB. Tag Gladys Berejiklian and fuck you. Like... Oh, dude, that pissed me off. I saw that today. I was like, it's at this point, like it's laughable. Like you've had like a fucking issue, and you've had a fucking coroner, and you've had medical experts. Like last time I checked, Gladys, you're not a fucking doctor, so sit the fuck down and maybe listen to someone that knows what they're talking about, like the experts that are guiding you. Not that you're watching this, but fuck you.
Can we get an applause for that? Come on, can we get some sort of?
Thank you.
Oh, there's everyone. Oh shit! Oh. Run the trap.
Not bad.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, I think like just like obviously people are pretty crazy with how they drink. We have a bit of a competitive sort of environment, the way we consume drugs and stuff. It's very different to what I've seen overseas. Similar in certain ways to some places, but look out for your friends. Don't be so competitive. Like, it's not a fucking race. Party, obviously safe. We should be fucking testing pills. Like, if you're gonna take it, you're never ever gonna stop people doing it.
100%.
Because that's failed miserably. Like, I mean, if that was winning, then we wouldn't have pills in circulation. We can give up on trying to cut it that way. So we should at least be like, well, look, I don't know anyone that would be like, all right, this pill is going to fucking kill you because it's got fucking like trace of fucking cyanide or some shit in it. And it's like fucking, it's just basically paint thinner or something. You're going to be like, well, obviously that's just going to make me feel fucking wrecked. And not in a good way. Like you'd bin it. Like if that saves one person and one person only, that's a fucking win. That's a fucking win.
It's better than 40 cops standing out the front of a festival with one dog just bullying everyone trying to.
Okay,
it's fucked, bro.
If we're at a point now when you've got I'm from Sydney originally and shit, and I'm thinking like seeing like train stations and shit that I've been to, growing up and going through main stations and shit and seeing fucking tents. Imagine going to Central Station in Brisbane or the Valley Station. They've got a fucking tent with a fucking dog, and you get off, and they're just like, "Oh, you got sneakers on? What's in your backpack? Drop your fucking dacks, squat and cough." And doing that in public, bro. Like, they've now come out and said that they have quotas to fill. So they're not just doing it because they're like people are being suspicious. They're doing it because it's like
need to make that.
Yeah, because they have to fucking do that.
Tick a few boxes.
Yeah, fully. It's you're not solving anything. You're literally just trying to, on the off chance. They found I'm not gonna quote the statistics because I can't remember it. 60% of all statistics are made up on the spot, including that one. But basically, like the amount of people that have actually that they've strip search is so like the people that they've found drugs on and shit is so fucking minimal. It's like the strike rate of that is ridiculous. So it's like, imagine all the fucking resources they're pouring into fucking dogs setting up the shit over there. Fucking ridiculous. So New South Wales, wake the fuck up. People are like literally dying. Like there's what was it? It was 6 people in 5 months or something. What the fuck?
It's very scary for New South Wales because it's like it's now on the cusp of like festivals obviously pulling out, venues obviously shutting down because
dude, it has a very wide impact with that sort of shit.
Yeah, and
it's people's livelihoods.
Yeah.
Like it's all fun and games. Like go to a festival and be like, all right, well, fuck, we don't get to go to miscellaneous festival because it shut down, and we were like, oh damn, it was fun, yada yada. That's like millions of dollars of stimulation in an economy. Like people are going out like catching public transport, buying drinks, buying outfits, buying things, going out, having fun, renting accommodation. They're flying from other places to go to these festivals. Like they're doing stuff. It's a stimulation in like an otherwise pretty stagnant fucking economy. And you should be nurturing that. Like, dude, the stuff, like if you want to go out, like in Brisbane at a certain time, like 3 o'clock, there's fucking nothing. I went out like Tuesday night in like the last night I was in. Pardon me. The last night I was in London. Went out with my my friend Marcus, and he took me to this place called like Little Nan's. It's in, I can't even remember the suburb. It's like just 2 stops up from like Greenwich, in like, fuck knows. And yeah, it was just this little bar in like an archway under a bridge, and you know, there was people there. You can drink. You know, they're not like sitting there like pouring out your shots and bathing you and shit. It was mad. Yeah. You know, you go down the road and there's like, I think something called like the Brewers Mile. So it's just like under all these fucking bridges, there's like all this stuff. So you can go out and there's things there. Like you can go out and you can order a fucking Long Island iced tea. That's an actual Long Island iced tea. Yeah. Like you're not having someone hold your fucking hand. How well has that worked? Like, you know, the lockouts did two fifths of fuck all. Like,
nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I back the scanners. I mean, like, I can understand why people do it. If you have to use that as like some sort of measure to maybe deter people, then sure. But
yeah,
I mean, it's still like, I don't know. We have cultural issues more than anything.
There's a long way to go. Like, and I think banning like lockout laws, not using pill testing, putting some sort of like fee for festivals to be permitted.
Yeah, use to pay. Yeah,
like this is, it's just like
draining.
Yeah, that's all stuff. Like, I think of it like that can be managed like in a different sense. But yeah, you're right. It's a cultural thing. Like Australia's like party culture is quite outrageous. And
I mean, and like we should nurture that in a more safe way. Like, be like, we can get fucked up, like, and party, but you know, we look after each other. You know, I go out and it's like on the weekend I went to a friend's birthday and everyone was getting completely fucked up for like 3 days straight and shit. But it was like, you know, everyone's munted, but everyone's like looking after each other and shit. Yeah, like everyone wants to make sure everyone's fucking sweet. Yeah, like, you know, if someone was fucking, you know, in a not good way, you know, you'd be looked after.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone has that, I guess. You know, we have a cultural thing where people like think it's totally cool to punch on with people. That's fucking whack. That's like, I'm so scared of fucking fighting.
Oh yeah.
It's not like, to me, you know, if there's a fight, I'm like, ooh, fuck that. Like, I'm steering away from that. But like, you know, I really do apologize, no disrespect. Whoever it was, he was one of the last one punch, like Cody. I can't remember his last. Was it Cody?
Was that last year?
Yeah, I feel really bad for not remembering his name. Adam, can you pull that up? I think it was Cody or something.
He got punched in Chinatown, right?
Yeah, so it was out the front of like my old work, essentially. Right. I don't think I was working there at the time, but like it was like a really fucking shitty thing. It was like New Year's night. I heard that like, you know, he basically had missed lockout or something for like birdies or something. And he lived like north side, so he was like walking through Chinatown to get to the other, like the cab side that goes, because you know it's all one way, so he's obviously walking through there, and like it was literally some fuckwit that's gone, oh, do you want to see something funny, and gone up and like hit this poor kid, and you know that's so fucked up.
So fucked.
Cole Miller. Sorry, I totally messed up his name. Cole Miller. But I mean, like, that's the thing. That is totally unacceptable. And that, like, literally, that doesn't come down to anything other than a
dumb fuck.
Yeah, a dumb fuck, like, doing something. Yeah. Like, it's a cultural issue that he thought that was an acceptable sort of behavior. Fuck him.
Yeah, like, fuck him. Fucking oath.
Need to stamp that out. That's just not on. Like,
I think that's, like, the biggest thing. Like, you know, instead of trying to put fucking... If you put rules on people, like totalitarian... I can't even fucking speak. I'm a bit drunk, so I do apologize.
Totalitarian.
Thank you. That was me saying that.
We can edit that in, actually.
Actually, yeah. We'll splice that across. Edit this part out. You put those rules in, and you basically don't put any trust in a bunch of fucking adults and shit. People will fight against that. 100%. And the way that they fight against it is being like, you know what, like, so you're putting this bullshit tax on cigarettes, and the only reason you're putting it on there is because you make fucking shit tons of money. I smoke cigarettes. I was like, dude, I smuggled what's up, border? I fucking smuggled shit tons of cigarettes in. I was like, I'm actually probably moving, so probably edit that part out.
What up, border? How we going? You all good?
Border Patrol, suck my dick. Whatever. No, I mean, like, you know, I brought like tobacco in and it's like, dude, wow, I fucking evaded like $40 of tax. Or like, that sounds really bad. No, it's like, but it's like, you bring, I heard you couldn't even fucking bring, you could only bring like one extra packet in.
50,
I was like,
50, I think it's actually 25.
No, dude,
now.
it's like 25
Yeah, it's
cigarettes.
25
I
now.
brought like a 25 gram pouch with 30 gram.
This is why he travelled in a duo, because he just went, oh yeah, I'm getting 2.
Yeah. But which is still like 50 cigarettes. It's like fucking nothing.
That's nothing.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, it's ridiculous. And it's like, the government's come out and said, yeah, we know people are not going to quit, but like, you know, it's dope the amount of tax they're paying. I was like, fuck
we're
you
getting
guys.
bank while everyone's not quitting.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty peak, but like, you know, if you keep putting these insane rules on, then like, you know, people are going to push back. So
like rules, and I mean, this might seem cliche. What?
God just said that's been 2 hours.
Has it been 2 hours?
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Told you I could talk. Like
we've never gone that far before.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'll tell you what,
11 weeks.
It's been a really interesting conversation with you, man.
That's
I actually thought,
yeah.
to be honest, I thought this conversation would be like ridiculous and like in terms of like crazy classic stories, but it actually
We got deep.
I've actually learned a lot tonight, man.
We've gone up and down.
Yeah,
I've learned a lot, bro.
For a shit poster, I'm like, you know, sometimes I use
You've got some
half of
gems.
it.
It's a lot of gems. I mean, obviously, it's really sad that you've obviously announced that you're leaving.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
we're gonna have the craziest party.
I now have
We'll
someone to come.
do podcast VIP, and we'll rehash this like just before I leave.
I'll come visit you in London.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Why don't you come over and we'll do like a
Yo.
DimesCast in
I'll
London?
do that.
We want to do like a one abroad.
Yeah, we definitely
a couple.
do.
Do you know
abroad,
what? Do you know what? Because come over because I've actually like put out a few feelers to rent out studio space a little bit smaller than this. So I'm going to be setting up something in there. So
Awesome.
maybe we can do it in mine. We'll do the WASTER.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Sure.
You should do one over in the UK.
Probably not. Hey, like I don't have Adam to like, you know, God.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't have him to pull up everything. Have you tried DMT? No, I was just waiting for that. I haven't heard that at least once.
Not yet.
Well, bro, is there any last thing that you want to plug just before we end it here, man?
Yeah, huge shout out to all of you for having me on. If you've watched the 2 hours, big up because I talk some serious shit.
No, it was great, man.
Great.
It was really, really good.
Gladys, you big nose fuck. Go fuck yourself. VB. What can I say? Fucking sponsor me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, shout out to like Safe Crew, Biggie, Massive, the whole Met crew.
Yo.
Underwater Nang Nation crew from Croatia. You get me? Yeah. I'll
Any shows coming up, let's say in November?
yeah, I do. I'd have to check my phone. I've got like a few things that are coming up. Basically follow my my bullshit online and
100%.
you'll see me playing for the next 9 months, and then soon we'll have you can start one of those final podcasts before I go with the event poster for my going away. We're gonna do something cool. You guys should
sure.
let's go back to back. We'll do some like dumb shit.
Yeah.
I can feel it. So make sure you guys follow him on Instagram, Facebook. Actually, plug his personal Facebook.
Yeah.
Fill it all up with DMs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so my Facebook is fucking maxed out with friend requests. Like,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like, it's bullshit. Yeah, because I just add like heaps of just like random hot girls. So
But does it work?
like click. Fuck no. I was just like, you're hot. I'm gonna keep you in my feed. Like, yeah. And then I'm gonna like scare you off with my shit post. And yeah.
So make sure you go follow Instagram.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. Send nudes.
Yeah, just slide in
Bare
all of the
dick pics,
DMs.
please. Yeah.
This man, he's not going to be around here for much
Yeah.
longer. So you need.
That's it.
Short time.
Yeah, so we're gonna try. Like, I'm gonna try and put together like some sort of like cool going away thing where we all get fucked up. I'm gonna try and like. My friend Craig is doing his 30th birthday. I think it's like in a month or two. Playing it. I can't remember the fucking date, but he's doing it at Sub Rosa. I posted about it on my page, but he's doing a free party and he's putting on money for his 30th. So I'll probably do the same, like similar sort of thing for my my going away. We're gonna have like an open deck fucking back to back.
It's gonna be like legendary.
Yeah,
I can see it now.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
So, bro, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thanks, brother.
And we'll definitely catch you again just before we leave. I reckon we'll bring him back. Can we bring him back, Adam? Can we do that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Just needed the big man's approval. You know, I don't want to get him angry.
Amen.
So, now, bro, thank you so much, man.
Bro.
And see you guys next week.
Peace. Later.